Uh-oh. Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And that, my friends.
No. Share mine.
What?
Share mine.
Share yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's Gucci, my ninjas? Hey, Machiavelli production. Skirt, that. Skirt, tat. Taurus MAD.
Thank you. You got an intro. I get an intro too.
It's true. We are streaming over on Mad's new channel.
That's right. It's the weekly Mad Hump or Mad Hump Weekly. I forgot which one I named it.
Doesn't matter. Either way, it's great. You should go subscribe over there if you're not already.
Absolutely.
Yes. At Mad's new channel. What's up, Devastator? Good to see you, man. That was a brand new intro for the show I've been working on. I worked on for like a week or so and just kind of put some stuff together. I'm going to modify it even more. But
I love making intros.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but you know, it was filled enough with stuff, and I'll eventually, you know, chop in some more things. So
I actually have a whole story like through line from Ascendant Art, which isn't even my channel, with their outro to our Tuesday night stream that we do. It's about an astronaut and what he does with the money he stole from the government. It's a whole thing. He goes to a club, gets a stripper. It's pretty cool.
That's
the
awesome.
Intro alone is worth checking out. My Tuesday night stream at 9:15 p.m. Central.
Yeah, plug it up, man. We got to get Mad some new subscribers. He had a hell of a channel. What happened to your old channel? Did it just like fell flat and then?
No. Well, no, I had actual community strikes because Ben Dover, real guy's name from the WB, gave me, because our show at that time was Street Smarts. We would like EFAP after school specials, right? Really bad ones from the day. But WB has the rights to the name Street Smarts for a game show that was on in the 2000s. You may have heard it in the background while you're holding your girlfriend's hair as she puked after getting home from the club at 3 a.m. because that's when it aired on the WB. Yeah, that's what I got strikes for, and it never recovered. And then I couldn't get monetized.
Jeez.
Once I hit 1,000, so I guess I had to start from scratch.
We got to get back to 500, so we at least monetize him, and then back to 1,000, obviously. So you gotta support Mad's new channel.
It's actually worth it.
Easy.
Yeah. You want to not learn about pandas? Watch my video where I talk all about pandas.
Truck balls, you know?
Yeah, truck nuts. Yeah,
truck nuts. Yeah.
Last night we talked about the Falcon and the Snowman, which was basically if Snowden was into Falcons and had a coke-headed accessory. That's what the story was last night.
Wow.
Yeah, right. Dude, it's bananas, the story that we talked about last night.
Dang. Still haven't gotten an invite. King Deplorable, it's great to see you, man. And Soul Assassin here says Matt's got into a fight with some some WBS, Ben.
Yeah. That's a real thing that happened.
What was I going to say? I'm happy to be here. I'm kind of pissed off because so I can't really tell how my camera is operating right now. On the live stream, it looks okay. On my StreamYards, it looks like it's going like slide showing, but this is my DSLR camera, which is much nicer than my webcam. So I'm just gonna roll with it and try to ignore like what's happening. When I open OBS, it looks beautiful and it works great. So I know it's not the camera. I think it's just the web browser that's making it tweak out.
What browser do you use?
It doesn't matter. Any browser I open it up on, it doesn't work. But right now I'm using Opera.
I use Opera.
Yep. I tried it on both Firefox and on Brave, and it didn't work. Maybe I should have tried it on like Edge or something. I don't know.
Oh, I do not use Edge because they try to make me use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
Larissa McCracken says the midweek Mad. He's over on Mad's channel. It looks like Sci-Fi is confirming I am missing some frames. Yeah, it's okay. I just like the quality of this camera better. I spent enough money on it. I better use it. And Matt over on his channel says, the weekly Mad Hump is what I meant with the title. Yeah.
What I went with the other yeah.
Raiken, what's up, man? It's good to see you again. We are back at our homes.
Yes.
How have you been this
like
past
Leon?
week? What?
He looks like Leon to me.
Leon who?
The one with the bird on his shoulder.
Hey, listen. The bird has passed. We don't talk about the bird so flippantly.
Whoa, I didn't say anything negative. I was just describing who he is.
Letting you know that the bird has passed. Yeah. So
no, you know Leon, the one with normal shoulders.
Words of Paradise. Yes.
Empty.
Yeah. He doesn't really look like Leon. He has black hair like Leon, but that's about as far as it goes. Yeah. And yes.
He has eyes. You're low for me, Raiken.
Am I low? Like volume wise?
He seems okay.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well.
Yeah.
I'd be wrong sometimes.
Grant's in the chat. He said he'll be here soon, mate.
Oi.
Mate.
He finally let me back on his show, the Aussie Weekly.
The full Aussie?
Yeah, the full Aussie. Yeah, I finally got back on. Of course, it was when nobody else was there.
Hey, man, they had a hole to fill. And,
yeah. Hey, I am always there to fill holes. My bros holes. Don't get it twisted.
Anyways, Raiken, what have you been up to over the past week? Busy?
Taking care of like doctor stuff to make sure that I can get my leave approved and stuff from work, because I can't, I guess, work for the next couple of weeks because I can't do any laborious activities.
Oh, yeah. Knee, right? Yep.
So I've been doing all that stuff, and then been playing, well, the shit today and yesterday out of the Oblivion remaster. Not really a remake.
Good old Shadow Drop by Bethesda is probably the best thing they've done marketing wise in a decade. So
I never played the original one. I just couldn't get into it. That's when you wake up on a boat, right? And you're a prisoner?
You wake up in a prison.
Okay, yeah. I never really got into it. Should I give it a shot?
Yeah. I mean, if you have Game Pass, I would say it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it if you have Game Pass. It's gonna play very similar to how it played back in the day. It's just gonna look a lot better, and they kind of cleaned up some of like the UI.
Yes.
If you're expecting it to play like Elden Ring, it's not gonna play like that.
Oh, I never played that one either.
Yeah. It's one of the better RPG narratives that out there. So if you like story, and if you've ever played Skyrim and you enjoyed Skyrim, it's even better than.
Wait, is this different?
Well, it's the same universe. It takes place just at a different time period in a different area. So Skyrim's a different area of Tamriel. This takes place in Cyrodiil, which is essentially like the capital, like city, like province in the middle.
So is this is the game that came out before Skyrim?
Yeah, so this is 4. Yeah. Elder Scrolls 4.
Okay. Yeah, no, I never even tried Skyrim.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You get a knee, arrow to the knee.
Yes. I would recommend it. It's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass,
Nope, he froze.
He froze.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely it's a really fun game. Still holds up. I think today to today, and it's just I'm enjoying the shit out of it, and I haven't even scratched the surface of what I can do in the game yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably like already 12 hours into it.
He's really not low for you?
Nope.
I can turn myself up, I think.
No, if it's only me, that's fine. That's fine. It may be my problem. Chat, let me
Audience,
know
am I
if
low
I'm
for you
crazy.
guys?
I mean, Raiken talks a little low anyway, but I don't think I'm not struggling to hear what he's saying.
Okay.
Charles Devane, good to see you, man. What's up, dude? And Soul Assassin, I saw you over there. I don't know if I said hello. He said he's only played Skyrim.
That's my chatimal. He's my spirit chat person. And you're frozen. Just turn off the camera. Why do you do this every week?
I don't know, man. It sucks.
I mean, just run the cable through the house.
It's not even my internet right now. It's my actual camera.
Oh,
It's the camera cable. I don't know. Maybe it's a bad USB, or it could be a bad
Does your
cam
audio
link.
though run through your camera as well? Because it seems like when your camera cuts out, your audio does too.
yeah. That shouldn't be a camera thing.
My audio is through my Rodecaster, but I haven't had any. The one that happened before this, there was one instance where my net dropped a little bit. So that was, but this right now, like if I turn my camera on, this is 100% just my camera.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That thing was, yeah. Welcome back
It could be
to
just where
Tech
you're-
Talk.
That could just be where your camera, probably where like the USB connected to your camera, probably where it's going into your computer. Maybe it's just not, it can't read it fast enough, so it's like fucking up.
Yeah.
Or, maybe you need to buy American cameras like I did with Elgato.
Well, it's the Elgato Cam Link. The camera I'm using is a Lumix. I don't know where that's from. Probably not America though.
Oh, I got
guess.
their newest camera, whatever it was, the Pro.
Oh.
I'm a big Elgato guy.
I like Elgato. The shit's so expensive though. Like,
True.
everything is so expensive. It's quality, but damn.
I have the low profile arm, but they got a new low profile arm Pro. But fuck, it's way more expensive.
Yeah. Anyways, there's actually been no Brahma this week, everyone. I know if you're here for Brahma, he's not gonna be here. He's at a hockey game. He's too cool for us.
Yeah. So remember that he chose hockey with his daughter over you guys. That should say something. That would never happen on my channel.
No way.
I would never choose Brahma's daughter over any of you.
But there's been a fair amount of things I've seen pop up that I have saved and that we can certainly chat about.
Yes.
What's up, lovely Sherry? Good to see you.
Hey, Sherry.
I don't know. I'm doing my best to stay out of drama stuff, but so we won't get into too much of that crap. But I did see this fucking article. Well, hold on. First, I want to take a look at. So there was an article written or a tweet by Entertainment Weekly about Andor, the new show.
Mm-hmm.
The new Star Wars show, which just released. The first 3 episodes are out.
Have you watched them?
I have not yet.
I did.
And so Entertainment Weekly, their tweet said, as Bix on Andor, and Andrea Arjona becomes the first actress to film an attempted sexual assault in the Star Wars universe. Arjona tells us more about this milestone. And I thought it was interesting that this was considered a milestone for. I just thought it was a very interesting way of putting this. In borderline, I don't know, inappropriate for Star Wars. I mean, call me old fashioned, but I feel like
you're old fashioned.
Yeah. But I feel like this sort of thing inside of the Star Wars universe especially in that phrased that way, is just in very poor taste.
Can you read
I
it
don't know.
again?
Yeah, sure. It's
Yeah, I wasn't listening either, Mad.
the first actress to film an attempted sexual assault in the Star Wars universe. Arjona tells us more about this milestone, and that's by Entertainment Weekly. There is an article which I can share too, which, man, this one was from the Hollywood Reporter, and this was like difficult to read. I'll be honest. Not because I can't read, but because whoever wrote this.
Oh, I thought you meant they used like really big like nomenclature or something.
Right? Yeah,
Right.
like monosyllabic.
Nailed it.
Yep.
So yeah, Andor creator explains that shocking assault scene. We're all the product of rape. I don't know about you, but I'm fairly certain I'm not.
Well, so I actually know this. What he actually said, and yeah, I can see why he would say that. What he meant was historically, as in like whenever one culture would invade another one, there was a lot of graping happening, like the Vikings when they would, or one tribe would invade another tribe, and let's say North America, for instance, they would maybe take them as a slave. So
Don't hurt yourself on that stretch, man.
what? How is that a stretch? I mean, is it not?
I mean, yes.
I mean, it's literally the second half of what they were known for was, the graping and the pillaging. It's actually, they put it first because it was more important to them than getting the goods. Getting the goods versus, yeah.
Yeah, what about Hun? What was his name?
Steve the Hun. Yeah.
Yeah, Steve the Hun. When there's some crazy high percentage of the people that are connected. Genghis Khan.
Dude,
That's the one.
Genghis Khan. We literally have one of his descendants on the panel here. I'm assuming with Raiken. I can never
Shags?
tell.
Oh
No. But like
Raiken is what all human beings will look like in the future. We know his race, but we can never tell.
But we know he's something. We just don't know in what way we should hate
in
him.
a lot of categories.
Yep.
Whenever
You see-
Fallout insults me, he'll just say whatever comes to mind.
You Japanese, Egyptian, Hawaiian, you
Yeah, exactly.
Spanish looking conquistador.
Portuguese.
So I did think it was
Sicilian.
interesting that so the scene was from the second season, and it leaves fans shocked. An Imperial officer tries to violently rape a rebel fugitive who is hiding out in a farming settlement while Imperial troops are rounding up undocumented citizens. Is that a call to anything that might be happening now?
Well, in their defense, oh God, why am I having to do this? Can we get some? In their defense, though, this was filmed. Well, this had to wrap up principal photography before the election, or at least before he was in the White House. So it's not as if, you know what I mean?
They finished filming in 2023.
Exactly.
Okay. What am I saying? It's so
God, I feel like I'm having a conversation with Scott about the flat Earth or hollow. Let me to take up for them.
But do we think that this subject matter? Like, I know Andor is darker than the other Star Wars films and shows, but is this something? I mean, you've watched it, Mad. Is it something that you think like went a bit too far? Do you
So
think?
I really didn't see it because I usually will fast forward through any parts that only have females. It's like the Bechdel, like the
mad roll
opposite.
fast forwarding. I use it as well. It's like the opposite of a Bechdel test.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I loved 1923. I have no idea what's happening with the Indian chick. I fast forward that entire storyline throughout the first 2 seasons. But the point is,
dude, nothing, literally nothing. You take that part out of it, and nothing changes.
See, so I'm justified whenever I fast forward when there's women on screen. Anyway, but I did see it as I was fast forwarding. In my opinion, I think that if Disney was doing well with how they're handling the IP, Star Wars is a big enough universe where you can have more adult themed, more like content that is specifically targeted towards adults, while maintaining that the main thread of it being like what we have known with the prequels and the OT, right? But because they don't have anything else going for them, this is the Star Wars content. Even though I don't think kids are going to be there to watch it, it's slow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunately there are going to be people that grow up and going, "This is peak Star Wars," because that's all they've seen, and they'll think it's based on. I just didn't. I didn't mind the first season. What I've seen of the second season, I haven't been a fan of.
It's just nothing really. I get why people think it's like, oh, it's so good, and you know what I mean. And there's so much going on. It's a slow burn, and the intrigue of all. I'm like, yeah, but they're not doing it well, though. I get why you think that.
They dropped 3 episodes because it's literally only enough information for one.
Yeah.
E. Clay Thompson says, I thought it was pretty benign. Jabba having his way with Princess Leia was worse.
Yeah. I forgot about that whole thing. Yeah.
Interesting. Devastator says, how can people take any form of pride for SA? I don't know. I think my issue with it is
if you do it really good, I guess maybe.
I mean, Johnny 23, right? Well, he was like,
yeah,
he had a lot of pride.
Dude, he literally had it tattooed on him. That was his name. That was his whole identity.
If they knew the truth, they call me Johnny 200 or whatever he said. I forgot what he said.
I don't know, if those things can serve a purpose, I think in movies, if they move the story forward. I do think that in a franchise like Star Wars, it can be done off screen. It is totally possible to show trauma and through reactions, like how someone acts. But yeah, I think if you have to shout something again, it's like modern audiences just need to be told exactly what's happening.
Yes.
So he raped me. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, he tried.
Yeah.
My biggest problem though,
he tried. He's in the Joker too. So
my biggest problem with it is like it didn't mean anything. What did it do for the story? Nothing. Like, I don't know why it felt gratuitous in the sense that it was there so that they could say that it was there, so that they could start this conversation. You know what I mean? It's in the same vein as She-Hulk wasn't funny, wasn't trying to be a comedy to make you laugh, but to make you think. You know what I mean? Like that Australian comedian. Ori, Grant, what's your chick's name?
Well, okay, for one, she's not my chick. She's not anyone's chick.
Hannah Gatsby.
Yeah, but it's not her. It's her character that she calls it. I can't even remember what it's called.
Where when she does stand up, she gives lectures everybody specifically.
Yeah,
straight white men.
She was on stage yelling at the stage about how she was sexually assaulted when she was 19, and the punchline of that was it was bad. Yeah, it felt like a TED talk about why walking alone in a public area at 3:00 in the morning while you're pissed is a bad idea. But no, it's apparently the people who paid tickets to see her do comedy's fault.
Yeah,
so
it's the clap type, right? Where the jokes.
Oh yeah,
you're
also
not laughing,
you weren't allowed
you're
to
just
clap.
clapping.
You had to click. You actually had to click. You weren't allowed to clap at any of her jokes because that's
really?
triggering. Yeah, you had to click.
Anyway, the comparison was that this wasn't there for the story or for narrative reasons. It was there so that now we can have these articles and we can start the conversation.
Sorry, it was Nanette is the nickname that she goes by. Sorry, I didn't mention that.
Well, and in the article it says, I get one shot to tell everything I know or can discover or that I've learned. This is the director saying this about revolution, about battles, with as many incidents, as many colors as I can get in there without having the story tip over. says Go Right. I mean, let's be honest, man. The history of civilization, there's a huge arterial component of that. It's rape. Like, I get it. Like, I really do. And, you know, you don't need to, like, no one needs to be explained that this happened in the past. And I just think this is a stupid excuse to throw something in there like that. It's a very, like, it's not, I think at this point it's not art. I know that it's sometimes these things can serve a purpose to the story, but this just seems like some guy who wanted to throw something in there, like you said, to like, oh, now we can write articles and now we can like generate buzz where there is none. I don't know. I just think it's in very poor taste, unfortunately, and it just seems way out of place for Star Wars. And I could be wrong, but I'm fine with Andor being dark and different from the rest of the series, but you know,
well, not just for like Star Wars, it also kind of feels out of place on like Disney Plus a little bit,
right?
Oh, they're not Disney Plus anymore. Didn't you get the memo? They're no longer Disney Plus. They're an ultimate entertainment thing. They're no longer for children.
By the way,
had...
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was going to say they recently had that. There is a show on there too that was like on their main carousel about, it was like either a documentary or like some show about sex or something like that. And everyone was like, what the hell is this? Like, you know, my kids are looking for a Disney movie. And then they have, this, now I got to explain this to my 5-year-old. So,
well, why is your 5-year-old watching Disney?
Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of, I thought it was an interesting article. Very surprised to see. I'm surprised, but actually not, to be quite honest.
I mean, they could have just labeled it, let's look at the bright side of rape.
They could have.
Go on, I'm listening. I keep it open.
And I'll just say everything they said in the article.
Right.
Because I is journalist.
We did mention real quick at the start of the show that everyone's heard it at this point. Bethesda had a big not a conference, but a big reveal the other day. But at the very same time, they dropped the Elder Scrolls 4 remaster / remake, whatever you want to call it.
It's been rumored for like about a year now that it was going to be coming out. It was just like nobody was sure if the rumors were true because I think it all started off with like the Microsoft lawsuit or something with Microsoft and them acquiring Bethesda, and during the acquisition of like Bethesda, like the files of stuff that Bethesda was doing came out about them making a Oblivion remake.
Well, there's been talk for a long time that it was going to be, the Sky Oblivion rumor that it was going to be a total overhaul and remake, in like Unreal 5, and it was going to be now it's not in Unreal 5, but as far as I know,
the Sky Oblivion or the Oblivion remake?
No, the Oblivion remake.
Is Raiken coming through really quiet compared to everyone else?
Hey, look.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can turn myself. How's that? Is that good?
Yeah, I can hear you a bit better. No, I could barely even hear you. That was all, dude.
You heard the Oblivion remake doesn't allow mods. I think it does. We're already seeing. Go ahead.
It's in Unreal Engine. So essentially, what they did is they took the old engine that Oblivion is made in, and then they put that into Unreal Engine. And then what it is like the old engine just runs all of the gameplay and whatnot, and then Unreal just makes it look good, and that's all Unreal is doing. So it's technically moddable. So if you know how to mod OG Oblivion, it's just doing that and then learning. I think from what somebody was saying, it's just like knowing how to mod the old creation engine and then learning how to use Unreal Engine, and then you can end up modding it or making mods for it from what I understand. Somebody was
Wait, it's still using the Havoc engine?
Yeah. So it's literally just that old engine put into Unreal Engine, and all Unreal is doing is just making it is just like a visual overlay.
Well, so I wonder. So I saw this tweet. Kata Too Short tweeted that Nexus Mods banned the gender mod in under 2 hours.
Well, that's just Nexus Mods being Nexus Mods.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is I don't. If it's in Unreal, how are like? I guess you don't need. How? I guess they're just putting files on there, and then they, you basically drop it in the necessary spot.
Yeah, in the pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was a big, people were talking about this because there's also everyone talking about how in the original game it was your gender, male or female.
Mm-hmm.
Now everyone is, in air quotes, everyone is upset that it's body type 1, body type 2.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Which, I mean, it's still like game probably be in the process of being made for like a few years before Trump was elected. So it's probably, again, it's one of those things where it's just like remnants of things of the past that were being made that are coming out now, just coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still binary though. So
yeah,
true.
It's something that they probably still could have changed, and it would have been a very easy change for them. So I don't think it's a good excuse, but it's an excuse for them.
And honestly, as someone whose avatar does not identify as type 1 or type 2, it is really offensive to me because I'm a non-typinary.
That's typoid. You're a non-typoid.
I don't give a shit. I'm proud of that. Fuck y'all.
I was amused by this tweet by God Empress of Mankind. Anyone crying about the body type 1 and 2 thing in Oblivion Remastered is just desperately scraping the bottom of the outrage barrel. No one's mad with you. We're laughing at you. You're embarrassing yourselves. Here, take one of these little charts you love waving around to decide if a game is a success or not. Now kindly shut up. I got a good kick out of that. I was laughing for a while.
It's not bad. I don't want us to, bring out the Hollywood shags or you know what I mean? But I don't give a shit about this. I don't care about the body type 1 or 2. It's whatever.
Oh, me either. Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I know.
It doesn't make me like, I find that the outrage behind it is just fake and dumb. I know everyone says it's a slippery slope. But like, to me, I select it. Same thing with like the character creation. Like, I just forget about it as soon as I hit OK and like the game starts. So
somebody else that I saw was just like, they were outraged by the way that game plays. So I was just like, you're remaking an old game just to make it look better, and it turned out great, and you're complaining about the gameplay because it plays like a game from 20 years ago.
It's and the thing is too is that it is marketed as a remaster. Right. All remasters are basically graphical upgrades.
Exactly.
They did do a little bit
just
more
like
than
the last 17 Last of Us ones.
Well, no, because there are some games that do update the mechanics to.
Well, those are remakes usually.
Oblivion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, that's different than a remaster. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I was explaining it, and then 4 people interrupted. So
I was the last.
Yeah, we're aware how the show works.
No, I mean, well, I don't know how I think of the remakes is like when we've had like the Resident Evil remakes, especially they've changed not only like graphically, but they have changed mechanics and how the cameras work and all that. Whereas like remasters,
Final Fantasy VII is a huge difference.
Final Fantasy 7, yep. And then like, was it like Kingdom of Amalur? Is that what the game was? That game was like, it was a remaster, and it was basically just a big upgrade on graphics. And there's been a couple others that have just been graphical upgrades, which have been.
Has anybody played the Red Dead Redemption? I don't know if they're calling it a remaster or a remake. Have y'all played that? That was just released not that long ago.
Which one is it?
For PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a remaster or a remake?
I don't think it's either. It's a weird mix. There's only a few graphical things that are different, but everything else just feels the same.
Oh, the first one. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one?
Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
GTA 5 just released a remaster.
Yeah.
Or it's called Enhanced.
Yeah.
Which all it was basically like it's like they put a like subsurface modifier on all their models to look nicer.
I actually played the Enhance and the Legacy back to back. I saw no difference. But because I got it. I had it
The
on.
faces have Snapchat filters on. That's the difference.
I had it on Game Pass, and I was wanting to get the LSRPD, whatever it's called, the mod where it changes the game entirely to where you're playing as a cop. But it won't let you do it using Game Pass on PC.
Oh.
I'm not gonna spend $50 on it on Steam. But yeah, that's why I did the Enhance, and then I was like, then it said, oh, it only works on the Legacy. So then I did that, and then it was like, oh, it doesn't work on Xbox. I'm like, well, fuck. I should have read the whole paragraph.
I tried booting up 5M with the Enhance, and I don't know if it can find it. I have to figure it out because I kind of want to mess around with RP again.
What's fucked up though with the GTA, the Legacy isn't available on Steam anymore.
What do you mean?
Then how are you supposed to play it online?
No, you can't buy it.
Oh, well, who wants to buy Legacy? Jeez, man.
I do because that's the only thing that you can use the LSRPD whatever on.
Oh, okay. Well,
LS, I thought it was SA RPD.
Stop being poor, and
It could be. Stop being poor. Wow, I'm a veteran. I'm a disabled veteran. How dare you? It's LSPDFR
Oh,
specifically.
Scott DeBloy, welcome. How are you, sir? Madhouse Retro's in the house. He's over on Rumble. What's up, dude? All that Rumble love. Make sure you hit the like button wherever you are. Smash it, punch it, kick it in the fucking face.
Treat it like Andor.
Treat it like Andor from behind.
You know what upsets me the most about Andor is that it's the wrong thing that should have came out of Rogue One. It should have been a buddy cop series with Danny Yin and his partner, because their chemistry together was great, and there's so much you could play with. But
you got to make the other guy deaf. So one's blind, one's deaf, and then it could be like see no evil, hear no evil.
No, so what's great about it is the dynamic between the two, because when you're juxtaposed, because you have one that went deeper into their faith of the Force or whatever, and another one that abandoned it entirely, but yet they're still friends, and they, you know what I mean?
Well, assuming you want a prequel based on the movie,
you could talk me into a sequel.
You know what I'm sick of, and I don't know if I talked about it on the show. I don't think I did. I'm so incredibly sick of these sequels that lead up to something that's already out. Like, I quite honestly don't give a fuck because I know where the story's going.
You mean prequels, right?
Prequels, sorry.
The only show that's ever done a prequel successfully, I think, is probably Better Call Saul.
Yes.
Because it was essentially the ending of the show was completely irrelevant to what happened in Breaking Bad.
100%.
It took place after it.
Yep.
So
this
still,
may be
still a dumb ending. I hate the ending of that show, but yeah.
Now, this is a game, not a movie, but Red Dead Redemption 2 does a fantastic job as a prequel because it's focused entirely on a different protagonist than the first one.
Right.
Oh, I can't wait to play Red Dead Redemption 3 and find out how Jack dies.
I mean, of old age in like 1955 or some shit.
Yeah, he ends up being one of the victims on LA Noire.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, I loved LA Noire, dude. Such a great game.
Yeah,
I didn't like the ending.
It's really unfortunate that that we have so many prequel things. It's like, well, all roads lead to Jake Skywalker, so I don't really care.
Or Ray Palpatine,
Or Ray Palpatine, yeah. It's just so.
She's all the Jedi. I have like show a bit of respect.
Technically, I think now she's all the Sith. Because Palpatine said, if you destroy me, like I will become you or whatever the fuck it was. And she's like, nuh-uh, and then killed him.
They had the perfect opportunity at the end when she's walking away after she buried the sand, and she said, just make her eyes glow orange or something. Just do something like that. So you're like, oh shit.
Or when she stands up and she's like, the old lady's like, what's your name? Ray Palpatine. And then behind her are like AT-ATs and fucking Imperial walkers and just like fucking TIE fighters because he's about to fuck up Tatooine.
And then Jar Jar Binks is there for some reason.
Yeah.
Because
he's like, I bet you Missa didn't think I was coming back. All right, so that was a bad one. We can ignore
Misa,
that.
a cameo.
Yeah. But yeah, they had the perfect opportunity. Also, what a dick move. You know Anakin doesn't like the sand. Of course, it's rough. It gets everywhere. But
what is he doing?
Buries the... Also, why do you bury those? What purpose is there to that?
Oh, that's a good question for another time.
Damn it. You got me.
The only thing Star Wars should have done post original trilogy, because I'll be honest, I don't even really particularly care for the prequel trilogy.
I care for them more now than I did.
I guess. I
still like the prequels. Even they're not as good as the original, but I still like them.
Not even close.
I'm sorry, Attack of the Clones is absolute fucking trash, and
it's my favorite one.
You're just saying that. I don't even believe you.
I'm not.
Believe you, dude.
You want to? All right, I'll tell you why. I was going to aeronautics school in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? And oh man, we had this big party. So we had 3 apartments with guys that we were all in the same school, right? And we would have parties like this between all of us. And I remember we ran out of cups, so I grabbed a pot and then poured like rum and a little Coke in there, and I just called it the pot of love, and it was a lot of fun. I'm not going to tell the whole story because it's too long, but it's a good story though. But basically,
tell us more about the pot.
Well, no, because there were ferrets. Because like my roommate and the roommate from upstairs, they both bought ferrets together. Don't know why. One was fat, one was skinny. Because like the fat one.
Are we going to get to Star
Wait.
Wars?
Actually, no. The whole point. More important. Which one of your friends was the fat one, and which one of your friends was the skinny one?
Actually, they did kind of look like they're ferrets. You know how like pets will look like you eventually. It was kind of the same thing. Anyway, at this party,
what does Raiken's animals look like?
like
fluffy.
Leon. So anyway, somebody at the party, wasn't me, gave one of the ferrets like capfuls of Everclear. It got a little drunk. And so I'm watching Attack of the Clones, and I have a knock at the door, and I go and I answer, and it's the other guy from upstairs. He goes, I got a flight in an hour, and I went to take a fucking shower. You know what I found? I'm like, no, bro, what'd you find? A passed out ferret with shit and puke everywhere. Was it the ferrets? Yeah, it was the fucking ferrets. I'm like, oh. Anyway, because he was looking for my roommate to go clean it up. So that one eventually ran away. Don't know why. And then the other one died of diabetes. We believe
most alcoholics do run away.
Yeah. Well, we think it died of diabetes. We don't know. We didn't know what to do with it because none of us were from Oklahoma. So we put it in a Walmart plastic bag and put it in our freezer. So that way, once we figure out what to do with it.
That's probably what killed it.
Once we figured out what we're supposed to do with a dead pet, we could do that. We forgot about it. So fast forward a little bit, and my roommate got appendicitis or whatever. And so I had to like take him to the hospital, and his mom comes down to take care of him. And she's cleaning the our apartment, whatever. By the way, when I was taking my buddy to the hospital, he goes, "Bro, don't forget to change out the candy jar." I'm like, "I got you." Because the candy jars we had that his mom gave him, we put condoms in there, like different. Don't worry, we never used them. We raw dogged everything. Anyway, so that's what it's for.
Okay, hold on. Yeah. Are we approaching the point of this story where it ties into Star Wars?
Yeah, I'm almost there. Anyway, so his mom's cleaning. I'm playing Xbox. I'm a little high, and she's cleaning, and then I hear and then like a smack, and I couldn't see. I looked over, and I was like, oh, I need to go check on her. But it wasn't a automatic save, and so I had to make it to a save point. I forgot for a couple levels, and then I remembered I went in. She's on the fucking floor. She opened the freezer. the fucking ferret flopped out with the Walmart plastic bag wrapped around his face. C passed out, hit her head on the fucking counter, is out cold on the floor. So now I got to take her to the hospital because he has to have stitches. Anyway, I'm there, still a little baked. And I go to see my roommate. He's like, what the fuck are you doing here? He goes, oh, man, do you remember that fucking ferret we had in the freezer? Your mom found it. She's cool, dude. It wasn't that many, staples. Oh, also, she wants to talk to you about the candy jar. And then I left. And I went home and I watched Star Wars, Clone Wars. Attack of the Clones, sorry. It always reminds me of that.
You serious?
She lived. They both lived.
I never want to hear another thing about Jesse's fucking outros. Not one word. Not one.
Okay, I did it one time.
I mean, in all fairness, that's a new story. I've heard a lot of mad stories that he repeats. I haven't heard this one, so Jesse just repeats the same outro.
And by the way, I rushed through it. I didn't even give the correct beats to it because Mr.
I mean, he didn't even tell us what game it was. We still don't know which one of the friends was fat or skinny. So
yeah. There was a lot of things I had to skip over.
Save it for the the director's cut.
The director's cut.
You know what? Everybody forget that story. I'll tell it again sometime, but without Shags, Mr. fucking Grumpy Pants.
Next week on Mad's new channel, we're going to go through that whole
like a wombat or something. Make it more appropriate for my
I
region.
did not almost kill her. I didn't almost kill. What? One, wasn't my ferret. Two, she found it. So basically, it was her fault.
What is this, Grant? Did you make something? I didn't even see this up on the.
Yeah, I did it a little while ago.
Oh, that's not bad.
I just, yeah.
At MADchismo.
I don't know why it made Mad the Hamburglar, but.
Oh, damn it. I thought I was the one on the left. I was like, man, look at my hair and shit. I'm like, I like that.
Yeah.
No, apparently it thinks, because I just took a screenshot, it thinks that Shags is wearing a shirt that says Mad. I can't quite tell what it says.
Oh, weird.
What the fuck is up with mine?
What's the t-shirt saying on your avatar?
It says bearded villains.
Okay, well, according to ChatGPT, it says Mad, and apparently Raiken's head is so big it's actually outside of the frame.
I like Raiken's.
I do have a big head.
It misspelled Brotorius.
Raiken and Grant, those are like spot on. Mine's pretty good too, honestly. Mad, I don't know what happened there.
I don't know. Yeah, everything about that one.
Like, I don't know. Are you holding like one of those condoms that was in the jar? I can't tell.
I thought it was an iPod Mini.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, or like the old
be.
Zunes.
So one of those old MP3 players that you slid like a little cartridge into.
Yeah,
that
it has two buttons. It has stop and go, and that's it. And you got to be able to navigate through like 100 folders.
You also look like you got a growth on your palm of your hand.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I see that too. It looks like a little willy.
Like a wart or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should get it checked out. Oh man.
Oh, a Tamagotchi. There you go.
Tamagotchi, yeah. Oh man.
Man, everything about our childhood was way more traumatic than what they have today. Even our little video games were life and death.
Well, yeah, you remember those? You remember the like just the games you could buy at like Toys R Us or whatever?
Yeah.
That was, it was basically start A, B, and then your directional buttons. And
Right.
It was, yeah. Those were, I don't know, like those were like my very first like I was in the car traveling. You get like the Ninja Turtle one, and you either played and you beat the whole thing, or you died and that was.
That's it. Yeah, there was no saves. Or even with the Ninja Turtles game, you get to the end, they ask you a question. If you answer it wrong, it starts you back at the fucking beginning of the game.
Yep.
Also, remember how we used to have to send SMS messages by pressing the same button 4 times just to get to the letter S?
Yes. Yeah, T9 word. The kids nowadays will never understand.
Or you're trying to play your handheld game and you're in your car at the middle of the night and you're just trying to get the street lights just so you can see what's going on in your game.
You know how to fix that? Get a Game Gear like the real gamers like me.
Well, my dad said that he wasn't paying $50 for a stupid freaking light, so he got we got a little stack hat, and he cut a hole in it, and he put a little torch light that he had that you can stick on like magnets and shit, and did on that. Didn't work at all, but apparently he thought it was the greatest thing ever. All it did was it was too bright that it actually blinded the screen, and so now I'm in the complete opposite thing, where it's too bright versus too dark.
Dude, Game Gear, you don't have any of those problems, man. I had the Ren and Stimpy game. I had the X-Men game. Am I the only one that had a Game Gear?
Dude, I thought I was the coolest kid because, well, I didn't have a Game Gear, but my friend let me borrow his Game Gear, and I was like on cloud nine. I was like, oh my God, I'm so cool. My friend like let me play it, and like it was like whatever. I think it was like Sonic 2 that he had with it, and I just thought this thing my mind was blown at how great this thing was. It really, Sega was killing it.
Graphics will never get any better than Sonic 3.
Nope.
But the Game Gear took 8 fucking AA batteries.
It did.
And it would give you an hour. I don't know. It was probably.
What's up, Eric K? Look at you, Mad. You got Eric K as a mod over on your channel. Come on now. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, man. Got to see Eric K out in Vegas. Got to have some brisket. God damn, that shit's good. Whew.
Sorry, are those two things related? I don't want a story to go on forever.
Yes, Eric K makes brisket every year in Vegas, and he brought like little mini containers, like single servings for like 20 of us, and it was so damn good.
What does that have to do with Attack of the Clones, though?
Oh man, I don't have the brain power to connect the two. I'm not high enough.
And Ferret's still alive, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. Moderators, yes. Did you guys see the trailer for the new Predator movie?
Oh my God.
I've only seen little bits of it.
Fuck. By the way, the first thing they released, I don't know if it was a teaser or a trailer. I thought it was animated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't even know it was live action.
I think the only thing that was bad about that trailer was like what the Predator looks like. I thought everything else looked fine.
Hey, you leave her alone. She's been going through a tough time. All right.
Wait, how do we know it's a female Predator?
It's got tits.
Wait, did it? I don't think I didn't see the Red Band trailer.
Masturbation, then, isn't it? Jesus.
By the way, I do love that they're sticking with we got to have a strong female protagonist to beat them up.
No, they got 2 now. One of them's the Predator.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that. Yeah, this came out a while back about how he's going to be a female Predator and a female human kicking ass together or some dumb shit.
Well, okay. I mean, I guess the question being like, why is it bad that it would be a female Predator? I mean, I guess it's funny for the reasons it's funny because
they would never survive. That's the point. The predators are predatory. They kill each other.
Well, I don't know anything about.
Well, they're not even predators. They're hunters.
Right. So they cast this one out of the tribe. You're saying that in the actual mythos, they would just
everything that happened
person?
in the movie Prey about how they said she wasn't good enough to be a part of the tribe. That's the exact same thing that's happening with Predators, with the new Predator.
I was gonna say, is there female predators? I've never.
I mean, there has to
delved
be,
into
right?
like the predator lore.
No, dude, they just procreate, through being bros.
Yeah, what's up with their junk? What did that?
Well, I don't know.
Let's get into
alien
that.
Species.
Dude,
they could be whatever.
You've seen what the mouths are like. What do you think their vaginas are like? If that's the case.
Oh, I bet they got teeth, don't they?
Maybe that's what the movie Teeth is about. Is just female predators.
Yeah, and you know who could make it with that? Penis Shark. Have you seen that movie?
No,
I want to now.
Okay, no, it's literally the cover of it is a girl. The girl's going down on a guy, but his penis is a shark and it bites her in the face.
What?
Have you not seen this? This is like freaking class A television / movie.
I mean, I'm about to look it up right now. In a minute, I'm doing something else, but I'm gonna look it up. I guess I can't because Shags isn't saying anything.
Sorry. In America, it's called Dick Shark. I forget you changed the name. So yeah,
Dick Shark.
I just didn't. I don't know.
Damn
Let's.
it.
Do you guys care if we play the trailer?
No,
Then
I
we
don't
can-
give a shit.
That's fine.
Wait, no, not on my channel.
Why?
I don't want to get copyright claim.
Okay, never mind. We won't do it because
I'm trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not monetized yet. I
Right.
can't be fucking around with that shit. By the way, when I looked up Dick Shark, the first thing that came up, it was on Hulu. I'm like, oh shit, it's on Hulu, but that was Shark Tank.
Well, one thing we can just go like a couple frames ahead or whatever. I did think that this shot was pretty cool because, like, I thought that the skull in the middle upper right was like a callback to maybe like the engineers, and then even the middle one was like a Independence Day like shout out.
No, the one in the top right looks like the fucking human alien hybrid from like Alien 3 or whatever
I
it is.
thought it
or
was
4.
Nephilim.
Oh, I didn't think that at all.
Well, it looks exactly the same.
Wait, look at the hole there. You think this is Goliath?
I don't know if there's a
David took
T-Rex skull,
credit?
which is cool.
You think David
Well,
took credit for a predator's kill?
Maybe.
Maybe David is a predator. Maybe that's like the whole thing, sort of thing.
By the
That's
way,
how
if
he
you-
was able to rule for so long.
If you
I
haven't
don't know,
seen
I haven't
House of David,
I was going to
watch
say
it.
I haven't seen the last episode of House of David, so it might be.
It subverts your expectations with the predator coming in. Spoilers.
Oh,
But it's still canonical though, as far as the
it makes
Biblically-
sense. It
biblical
makes sense he's
story.
a predator because he's so ugly.
so ugly.
So this is supposed to be the predator, I'm guessing.
No, that's a human.
There's
That's
no
the
humans in
predator.
this.
That's the predator.
There-
There's no humans in it. There's
Wait,
an
I think there
android
is
and
a
there's a
human.
predator. No,
Oh.
she's an android from Wayland Technologies.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why her eyes do the thing.
And they
Yeah,
actually
so-
have the Wayland Yutani like symbol
Oh yeah,
on them.
it's they've now made Aliens vs Predator canonical.
Apparently, when I watched this, I really didn't watch it. Like he was just playing because I didn't catch any of that.
I mean, it look like the movie looks good. Other than like Shags was saying, other than the Predator, the movie like visually looks good. I don't know if the story is going to be any good.
Yeah, I think it'll just be interesting to see how like what they do because obviously these two creatures are going to be teaming up. You know, the android and the predator.
I feel better knowing it's an android though.
Right,
Yeah.
and that obviously this, you know, in every single movie, the android goes like rogue or malfunctions or something.
No, not this one. She's a woman. She's a goodie.
Maybe, yep.
I didn't even know they had female androids.
Well, see, the
I'm
thing
sure
of it is, according to their law, like the reason that they didn't do a lot of female ones is because they were constantly being assaulted when they were doing it. So they
guys
decided
know-
to make a male only.
Yeah,
You guys
because
know that
those
the,
would never be.
That Blade Runner and Soldier are all a part of this universe.
Yes,
Isn't that
Wait.
crazy?
they're part of the same universe. They're not a part of this universe.
Well, like there's crossover in the movies. Like there's a mention of things in. I think that someone did a deep dive on the very first Alien, and it had elements of like certain like some of the screens had some printed facts from Blade Runner that connected the two like universes and worlds. So
No, that's cap.
oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, maybe the guy was lying.
sounds like
but-
you're capping. I know Soldier and Blade Runner are both,
Soldier and Blade Runner are set
Yeah.
within the same universe.
but I've rewatched Blade Runner 2044, whatever it was called, with Ryan
That's a lot
Gosling.
of times.
Yep.
Oh, you mean
I-
the second one? Sorry.
Yeah, I love that movie. I vastly underappreciated it the first time I saw it. It is phenomenal.
I've still yet to watch it.
I mean,
wanna
I
watch it.
would want to fuck a robot or a hologram, I should say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. By the way, Ryan Gosling being in a new Star Wars movie, I gotta say it's the only way they're gonna make it good because like he's so good. How can you not want to see him? I know the movie's gonna be shit, but I know he's gonna be great in it.
Well, it lends itself to like the potential of it being good because like maybe he won't sign on to something that's going to be complete.
Could you
shit.
go back to where we're seeing all the cords coming out the back of her head? It kind of reminds me of the back of my computer.
Yeah, I do hope he has a little bit
My
more
cord
say.
maintenance is better, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I hope he has good.
Although, based on the history, though, whenever it seems as though allegedly, when anyone as far as the creators of the movies or whatever, whenever they push back, they have different. They leave because of differences of whatever.
Android's very
Well,
sweet.
I'm not thinking about him pushing back. I'm hoping that, like, you know, he got the script ahead of time. He reviewed it, and he's like, okay, this isn't going to put a stain on my career.
Right, dude, they haven't even finished the script yet. That's what the thing of it is. They get all the actors, they do all the publicity and everything, then they create the story. Then he's not doing it because he likes the role. He's doing it because they're just gone, by the way, do you want like 20 stories in your mansion or 30?
See,
that's why he's doing it.
But I don't think he needs the money though. At this point.
He doesn't.
This I don't know. I mean, people are saying that this is a woman, but like I don't.
What? 100% a chick.
How is this a chick? How could you look at this and discern that that's a chick? I mean, again, if your favorite YouTuber said it, you can just admit that. But like, this does not look like a chick to me.
Like, I don't know why you're attacking me on this.
No. I'm just saying.
Yeah, wow. It's a bit personal.
This is the first I've heard of it. Is tonight, and looking at her now, yeah, I can definitely see. At the very least, I'll say this: I can see why people think this is a female predator.
Okay, my question is what?
Shags, close your eyes, picture this, just have a quick little wank. Tell me if you feel weird or not afterwards. If you don't feel weird, it's a chick. Simple.
And didn't they already say that they were going to have a chick predator in it?
I mean, yeah, they said that, but he doesn't know that yet.
I mean, I don't. Well, that's I'm trying to figure out how people know that it is, and how they like when they look at this. They say, "Oh, that looks like a chick," because it doesn't to me. I mean, that's all. I mean, I'm just wondering how people came to the conclusion.
Well, I mean, I used to drink a lot when I was younger, and I'd wake up next to chicks that were uglier than that. So,
I'll say this: I think that
so different that they think it's like maybe
exactly.
Wait, what was that, Raiken?
Maybe because like the head shape is different. So like from like the typical predator, maybe that's why it's
even the body.
Well, yeah, the body looks a little bit leaner too, but
so
I would say just like the biggest thing is just like the factor that it doesn't have like the big Klingon head,
and also knowing that they were talking about having a female predator before the trailer ever came out. The people that made the movie,
I didn't know that they were talking about that. I hadn't heard that. I heard that there was going to be two. I guess the part I heard was that there was going to be two female leads against a predator or something in there. That's what I had originally what I'd heard. So maybe that's what they were talking about. Was it was going to be a.
Okay, so the person who's in the makeup is a Samoan man named Demetrius, calling really long New Zealand word. I
mean, I feel like if any of us would have got it, would be you or their neighbors. But go on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's. I mean, you don't know how to say Canadian names, so use the neighbors. Yeah. So he's the guy that's doing it, but he's not playing. He said he's not playing the character. He's just the body of it. So I don't know what that means.
Right. What does that mean?
That's what I mean. I don't know.
You're not gonna have you're not gonna have VO.
And we live in a time, guys. Remember, we live in a time where we give female roles to females. We don't take them away from females. If this were a female predator, you would have Gina Carano in that suit.
Mm-hmm.
Or
you think she's like a predator? Wow.
I let her predate on. Never mind. Never mind. You know what I'm saying? Like you would have someone who is physically imposing like that. In a female role, because we don't take roles from females or women. We empower them, especially here on this channel. We empower women. So yeah, I don't know.
Magic channel or
my channel.
What? I was reading something. Y'all can't talk about me when I'm reading something.
Huh?
Okay, so apparently right now they're saying that it's not explicit. It's not specifically a female predator, but they're not saying it's not either.
Who's this?
I don't know.
Who's saying this?
AI.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of like this fellow here, like He must be
Wait.
like the chief or whatever, casting out.
How do you know it's a fellow?
That's
I
a
don't know,
woman's
those-
haircut.
It definitely, yeah, it could be. Yeah, I don't know, man. There's
Oh,
a
that's
lot.
a
There's a
bro.
lot of garb. There's a lot of dress
Wait,
here that
I don't-
that makes me think.
I don't know how you can look
power.
at that and say man.
because women in a tribe like this would not be dressed as such. They are not warriors. This is a warrior.
Oh.
And
So you think maybe they would be dressed more like the other predator that we were just looking at? That
you know what I thought about with this
skip
particular
right over
predator? I thought in particular this was almost like it was
He
like
doesn't
cast
know
out
that
because he was a
checkmate's
runt.
here, Mad. Oh, runt. So it's a little man, not a woman, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yep. I mean that was my initial.
I mean,
thought on it.
that's technically what a woman is, though. Like,
true. At least the good ones are.
even you got to assume there's a lot of padding and everything around there. There's no shoulder definition whatsoever with that. They like to build up how they look physically in the shoulders and the arms. That was the whole point of the predators. They were very upper body strength.
Sherry, you're more than welcome to come to my new channel where I'm not misogynist on my new one sometimes, as long as I remember. Sometimes I forget. And
Yeah,
I'm
you've
straight on
changed,
that
man.
one.
You've changed. I don't even know you anymore.
So anyway, so we're in agreement that this is either a gay male predator or a female predator.
Oh, wait a minute. No, we're wrong. Shags is right. I think it's a male to female. It's a trans predator.
Oh my God, is it?
That makes
We haven't even
perfect
talked.
sense.
Maybe it's a non-typery. That's a call.
Non-typoid. Oh, that'd be interesting.
Not anymore. Memes. I'm no longer a misogynist. I've been delivered.
Really? No one got that reference? Oh,
No
my
one.
God. Wasted.
No. Yep.
Wasted like that black gay man's sexuality.
Oh. Shags, you really don't know this?
You don't know I'm delivered?
Nope. No.
Oh my God.
I'm not gay no
It's-
more?
It shows the
yeah,
power
you
of
yes,
prayer.
yes. Sorry, yeah. You did show me the meme a couple of weeks ago. Yep.
Yeah.
Also, I've got the other movie we were talking about. I've just shared the IMDb thing.
I'm scared to share this.
Oh yeah, I found it too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Uncut.
My favorite part is where it says uncut first edit.
Yeah.
That's on the actual DVD.
Jesus.
So
Barf.
Look, good for her for at least putting in the effort and trying.
Right?
dude, it's a really
It must
good
be
moral
the shark's
tale why you
birthday.
shouldn't. Yeah, why you shouldn't click on those links on when it says, "Oh, make your penis 5 times larger." The guy clicked on it, and look what happened to him.
True.
I do it. I just get scammed for $800. It's ridiculous. Jerks.
Yeah, you got to get the ones with the good science behind it. Like usually they'll have like the ones with the ruler on the ad.
See, I'm not even new at this. I've only lost a few $1,000 doing it, so yeah.
By the way,
Lesson learned.
I think Shaq should turn the camera back on so we know when he's frozen or not. Because whenever there's a beat of of dead air, I'm like, shit. Should I jump in here? I don't know if he's frozen or not.
Well, because also sometimes you hear him go.
Yep.
You guys are gonna have to. My camera's just not working, and it won't work unless I restart my PC. So
Okay.
sorry, that's how it's gonna be. I don't like having my camera off. I would much prefer to have it on, but otherwise, it's just gonna be frozen the whole time. I've been trying to keep my eye on the little Wi-Fi indicator in the corner. So I apologize.
You're still on Wi-Fi. What, dude? Just get a fucking cable, for Christ's sake.
When you're done using your computer, just unplug it, roll it up, and then the next time you use a computer, roll it out.
This is true. I know I'm slacker with it. I know I'm a slacker with it. Maybe I'll tell you why after, so I don't have to do it on camera.
Okay.
Oh, it's just going to be another sad story because last time you did this, we all cried. I mean, someone else cried. I didn't. I was.
Wait, was I there?
Oh no, this was before you were a part of the team.
Oh, I'm a part of the team.
Thanks, Madhouse. I appreciate it. What's up, Static? Good to see you, man. You're not banned anymore. One of my mods accidentally banned him.
I get it.
It's the beard. He was competing too much with you. I understand.
I do have a quick announcement that I don't particularly like doing things like this, but I feel it pertinent given the circumstances. But today was kind of an interesting day because I was laid off, but it's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me because my job has been fairly stressful over the past 6 months or so. So it's not meant to be a Debbie Downer like moment. But it is to say like, I will be trying to do what I can on my channel in the interim to try and bridge the gap. But yeah, it was an unfortunate like meeting I had to have with my boss today. So,
I mean, anything I can do, brother, just let me know.
No, I appreciate it.
If you have ideas, for different
I actually
shows,
got
like,
a job today. I don't want to talk about it now because I feel bad. So, I just did. Never mind.
Wait, what, Grant? I missed that.
I got a new job today.
Oh, did you? That's awesome. No, I'm happy to celebrate people's wins. No,
I'm glad that he brought it up.
Like, really?
I too got a new job today.
You did, man? Today?
No, I'm not going to work.
Okay, I was like, what the
pay
fuck?
taxes? You're crazy.
Sorry, when you said you got a new job, I thought you meant that your significant other got a second job. I was just like, oh, congratulations to her.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah.
It's not as if she doesn't have the free time. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just let's say if but yeah, I'm gonna try and use. Obviously, I have to look for something new, but in the interim, I'll be putting in what time I can to bridge the gap with like some YouTube stuff and maybe do some.
Before you say no, I got a question to ask you. How do your feet look?
My feet? Oh God, you dick. Well, no way.
No bullshit. Their girlfriend was trying to talk me into because she's like, I think we could she was like, it could be our feet. We could stomp on things because I have a friend and they do it as a couple and they make money by selling the, I think, what was it? I forgot what they sold, whatever it was they were stepping on with their feet. They would sell it to people and people would buy it. So it is something you can look into.
I always said if I was going to do that sort of thing with feet, I'd be like, the most.
Don't call it that. Don't call it that sort of thing. It's called trampling, and it's a very high art form. So, yeah. So I mean, if you're interested, there might be a fellow I know. I mean, I don't know him, but he might be interested in buying a couple things. If you wear something spotty.
I said if I ever did something like that, it would be to like get close up of my foot, and it would be me cleaning out my nails, like almost like ASMR, like scraping the inside of the nail. I was like, I bet you some fucking weirdo would buy
100%. Yeah,
buy that
for sure.
Yeah.
Also, so sad. My feet aren't burnt.
How do I search for?
Oh, please stop! I can only be so hard.
Memes of Destruction for $9.99 says, God bless, brother. Thank you so much. Great meeting you too out in Vegas. Yeah, it was I kind of saw it coming. It wasn't necessarily a bad parting. My job's been very stressful. It's honestly, there's a bit of a weight lifted off my shoulders, but it still sucks because like to some degree, you're just kind of like, you're spinning the wheels and doing things as long as you can and collecting your paycheck. But there honestly comes a point where you're just like, I can't fucking do that. Like it hurts my soul. But it's going to cause some stress with everything, but I don't know. My resume is fairly good. So I hope that, I hope that I can find something relatively quick.
Well,
But
I
like I said,
mean,
in the
in
meantime,
Oh
in the
wait, are
meantime-
you one of those people that tell the truth in your resume?
you
yeah,
should use a black name.
actually, yeah, I tell the truth fairly often on my resume.
wow.
I must say.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, by the way, if you want a game and stream it, I'm always down for it. Oh, Nuclear what Nightmare? Have you played that on Steam?
No, I haven't.
I'll have to
Oh, a
get it to
Zax
you.
raid's coming through. For
Oh,
you.
you can play it with your feet and then put it on
I
a
did
website.
that for you, by the way. I went in there before I came here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, telling him to do it. I said, I demand you, Zax, to send it, and he did. Although
send.
if I would have known that I was streaming to my channel, I may have changed that destination. But
No,
wait,
you're
that is
good.
to mine.
Yeah, it's your channel.
Oh, good
Yeah,
job,
It's mine
Zax.
too.
He finally made up for all the times that. Anyway, but Nuclear Nightmare is great, dude. It's an indie game that's made by a dude. Unfortunately, he's in jail right now, so he hasn't been able to update it. It's tax related, nothing bad. Anyway,
Oh, I've heard this story.
yeah, it's about it's after the movie The Thing, and you're there trying to collect information before they nuke the whole base.
Oh yeah, so he's the guy that did everything all by himself.
Yes,
Yeah.
What's the name of this game again?
Nuclear Nightmare.
Nuclear Nightmare.
Yeah. Okay, I'll check it out.
I'm
But yeah,
I'm playing was it Sons of the Forest?
That game was fun.
I never played it when it came out, and me and the missus have just been getting into it now. I've killed a lot of people, and I think I might be the bad guy, but I'm not sure because they like to cry a lot when you beat them.
I played a bit of that with Amarada and Sheep, and even Garrett when it had first dropped, and it's good. There's a lot of it's been a while since I played, but there's a lot of cool little lore bits that were hidden.
What game?
Sons of the Forest.
They did a new update in February with like 6.5 gigs or something. So it was quite a big one. And
wow,
can you play in third person?
I don't think so. I think that's part of the horror element of the game is that shorter field of view.
You're right, because Resident Evil wasn't scary at all at any point. It was
wait a minute, my sarcasm detector just went off.
Right. I remember, man. I remember my stepmom. I think she worked nights at some shift, and I was asleep, and she came home.
Is she the fat one or the skinny one?
She had my stepmom. She was skinny, but she came home. It was like the 6'1". Anyway, when she got home, she had Resident Evil 2 for me. I woke up and it was like in the middle of the night, and I've never been more terrified in my life playing that in the dark by myself. Like, I don't know, boy, what was I like? Maybe a 10, 11? Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, you would have been 10 because that's how old I was when it came out.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah.
My God, our parents were horrible. Who does that? Who buys a rated M horror game for their child and have them play it in the middle of the night alone?
My favorite game that I ever played, like horror wise, was Outlast in like the pitch black. I remember sitting in my apartment playing that with like scare sound effects on, and it was terrifying, but it was the most like adrenaline pumping, like, because that game you don't fight against anything, you just run, you run and hide. So it was so much fun to play that. I don't know if you've played that, Mad. But
I don't think so. What was it called?
Outlast.
No.
The first one, the second one wasn't that good, but the first one's really good. You're stuck in this insane asylum, and you have to escape, but you can't fight back. You have the only thing you have that helps you along the way is your camera, which you need to find batteries for, and that gives you like night vision to see into dark areas. But yeah, the only thing you can do is run and hide. There's no getting back.
Maybe I have, or I may be thinking of that weird one. Outlast game. Let me see. No, never played it. It looks like Silent Hill.
Oh,
which
the Dead Space remake was really, really good.
I never played Dead Space. Is it? I don't want to be scared though.
No, play the remake if you can. Play the remake. It is so good. It's way more like it's way more horror than the first one was. But it's like, I don't know how to put it. I mean, it's sci-fi horror. It like kind of in the same vein as like Event Horizon, like that kind of like gory, kind of fucked up shit happening.
I'm not a big horror
a
fan.
guy was burnt on the set of Event Horizon. His whole body was set on fire accidentally.
Yeah,
He
so
tried to
you
sue
can't
them and lost. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
really avoid
Yeah,
horror
apparently.
games.
Get this. Fire hurts. So he says.
Ken confirmed.
Damn. Right? Yeah.
You heard it here first, guys. There you go.
I feel bad whenever the girlfriend like will burn herself on something hot. She'll look over at me. And I feel bad because she's like, I can't complain about it. I can't complain about my burn. I'm like, damn right you can't.
That happened with a friend of mine. He burned his hand, and his missus, he was burned on like 90% of her body. And every time he burns his hand or anything, he's like, "You have no idea how painful it is when I put my hand in the shower." And then he realizes what he says, and then he's just like, "Oh fuck." But then again, I don't think she had many hot showers after she had her car accident.
Yeah. No. Well, don't women like that's their whole thing, right? They like hot showers that burn you. It's ridiculous. Am I alone on that one? Raiken, how do you like your showers? Are you a shower guy? You look like a shower guy.
I mean, I like them warm, but I don't like them scalding hot.
No, of course not.
No, I
Now,
can't. I
do
can't
you
stand that. when I
use
walk-
like a hair, one of those hair things when you shower? Like, do you only wash your hair whenever like you have a first date or something? That's when you decide to wash it.
No, I'll whenever I shower, I wash my hair.
Oh, so you don't have like the shower cap and
No, I have like a cap for when I go to sleep, just because it keeps the hair out of my face. Because it gets all tangled up and shit when I'm sleeping.
see
that's
that
annoying.
seems
Yeah.
smart. Yeah, rather than
Also,
using...
someone in the chat was asking, but you can't see it about. Do you wash your feet?
I don't have to if you're going to pay for it.
I'm a bath kind of person because I like to watch it float. I think it's kind of a cool feature for guys.
Like to watch what float?
Wait, what?
Just it.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have a comfortable enough bath to take baths in.
Oh no, dude! I
Really?
don't. I don't like the
Oh.
idea of it's gross. Cause sitting there and like a soup of your dirtiness, you know.
I'm
Well, if
sitting
do
in.
it the-
You're
if
sitting
do
in
it
a
the
mad
Japanese
stew.
way,
How- you
wash
don't
yourself
sit in
first
there.
and then take
It's
a
hot
bath.
water.
Okay.
Yes, like a soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what the Japanese do. Wash yourself first in a shower, and then you go lay in the bath to relax.
Hold on. The predator.
The
First of
predator.
all, let me make how do you know it's a woman? First of all, which one of your favorite YouTubers said that?
I don't.
I'm going to say it again. Horrible
terrible-
trailer, in my opinion. Don't like it. Shaggy getting laid off sucks, and I'm not much of a horror games. Move it along, people. Next topic.
I don't think it's a horrible trailer. I just don't like.
Yeah.
It doesn't
horrible
tell you anything.
I mean,
and that's
fair,
a
we
good
did
thing.
move on.
Yeah.
That is a
How
good
does the
thing.
predator look better when they're invisible than like that? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah,
I
that's true.
agree. There's definitely aspects of this trailer that we can criticize, and that is one of them. Is that like I do think that like they're showing a bit too much. Now they're like the little vine monster or whatever. I don't think that's the big bad. I think it's obviously not obviously. I think it's going to eventually go up against an alien. I think that's where they're kind of moving towards. I don't believe that the monster they show in this is like what it's going to eventually kill or have to fight. I could be wrong, but it seems like they're pushing the alien versus predator thing with the android and the predator. But yeah, it would be cool to see like the camouflage. It could be that they don't have that gear. Maybe they find it and have to, maybe they find a stash or something. And it could be something similar to like the Predators movie, where this is like sort of a game and they have to sort of fight their way out of it. I don't know. There's very little details about this, and it comes out in November, but I still hope that they don't show too much too quick, because I want to be surprised. I don't really want to know what this monster is or what it is that they're fighting against until I sit in the theater.
Yeah, I agree with all that, but I'm not. It's not. Is it going directly to Hulu or is it going to be released at the for
No, it's in
theater?
IMAX. Yeah, it's going to the theater,
Oh, is
which I
it?
think is really smart. I think this is
It doesn't look like it's been shot in IMAX though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I don't
hate
know.
the
There's a
converted.
couple. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry.
I was just gonna say I hate when they convert it. It's not as bad as when they do the 3D. They're like, see it in 3D is one of those converted ones.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the aspect ratio of IMAX, so I'm assuming it's a post version of it instead of being shot on an IMAX camera.
Well, and I guess I wouldn't know what it looks like, but there's a couple of shots in the trailer that look like really good. Like, cinematography wise, like there's one of the guy with the
Dude,
white
there was one
dreads
shot there that looked like AI. I looked at it when the thing's there and there's a giant beast that moves in the background. I looked at that and I swear I've made that image like that AI video before because the way it moved, the way it warped around, it looked like AI.
Which hold on. Let me...
There's a part it's standing there and there's a big thing. Yeah, like I think that part they go back a bit. Yeah, just play from there. Yeah,
This thing. Well, I'll turn the volume off so Matt's channel isn't going to take it down.
Thank you.
It moved
I don't know why I
weird.
said it so angrily.
Yeah, it just moved really weirdly, like AI. And I was just like, I played it like probably about 30 times. I'm just like, there's something that feels weird about that. The way the tree falls and yeah.
I wonder. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm saying there's something about it that I recognize from doing all the AI stuff.
I also wonder too if this could be, like, I know we've been joking and going back and forth about male, female, whatever. I also wonder if it could be like a teenager, like not adolescent, but like teenager, like early adult predator, and not like a full grown, like the other ones we've likely had is we've always assumed and been like these are full grown adult predators. Like maybe this is something early on.
This is their like 300 Spartan thing where they've got to go out and kill a wolf sort of thing.
Right. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the problem with these movies is we have so
They're
many
bad.
of them that yeah, it's really easy for this to be just really kind of crappy.
The last time there was a legitimate threat to a predator, it was a 67-year-old black cop from New York.
Okay, you want a hot take? Here we go, guys.
It's better than the original. I agree.
Okay, it's not a better movie. It's more enjoyable. I am far more likely to rewatch the second one than I am the first. The first one is a better made movie, but the second one is so much more fun.
It has one of the best transitions in cinema history, where the guy screams and then it cuts to his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. The second one's where they like rip the head and spine out, right? Isn't that like
which is what's shown in the beginning of the trailer on the wall? That trophy. So on the left-hand side, see?
Yeah, there's a couple of callbacks for sure here.
Also, maybe there's a new Jurassic Park crossover as well.
Oh man. Well, what I like is that
it's a baby T-Rex. It's not a big deal. Like,
right. Yeah, it looks like it'd be kind of a small T-Rex.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And
it's kind of cool.
A Nephilim on that one there. That's Goliath.
This one here.
Yep.
Either that or an engineer. Could be an engineer.
No, we've seen the engineer skull, right? Haven't we?
I don't think so.
In one of the
Yeah, no, they're human. They're just wide. They're also much larger in the top of their head.
Yeah.
So
almost like Goliath was.
See how you've got the one above the human skull? How it's elongated like a Neanderthal. Think of it that way, but go the opposite direction. Where instead of being as long, it's a little bit more wide.
Gotcha. And I like this shot too because it kind of shows you like we've been like as a predator, like we've been here the whole time. Like Earth to some degree is our hunting ground too. Or because I mean we associate obviously dinosaurs with Earth, and you have the humans and there's obviously animals. So I do like that.
I hope they don't do what that last Alien movie did, where it was just somebody's favorite moments of the other Alien movies, or at least to the best of his memory. So it wasn't always like, you know what I mean? It wasn't really accurate to what they're trying to do, like to mimic in the other Alien movies, but to the best of their memories, it was. Did y'all see the new Alien movie, Romulus? Was that what it was?
Romulus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it, but I know a lot of people didn't. So
it was fine as long as you're not paying attention.
I
What does
liked
that
it up
mean?
until like you got like that weird alien hybrid, human hybrid thing.
That's
That's where like I was like,
very
okay, I'm
But-
out.
What I mean by
The rest
not
of the
paying
movie was
attention,
fine.
there are movies that, as long as you're not really thinking about it, you can enjoy it. Like I had a great time seeing Wolverine and Deadpool in the theater. Most of it had to do just because there's like 2 or 3 moments where literally people went holy shit out loud together, and I felt vindicated because I always said Channing Tatum would have made a great Gambit, and he would have, and he did. But the point is, though, as soon as you're like, wait, hold on, just one sec. As soon as you start to think about it, it takes away from the movie. So when
You
I say
don't have to think about Wolverine and Deadpool though. That movie was
But
like
if you
turn your
do-
fucking brain off.
yeah, but if you do though,
It's one of those movies like where
Yeah, but if you
watch
can
the
make the
first
same
time,
case for
it's great.
Romulus.
exactly, that's what I said. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
I think
I
that
was
was his
comparing
point,
the two.
Shag.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. My fault.
It's a movie
Sorry,
that the
Raiken.
more you watch it, the more you end up
Yeah.
accidentally picking it apart and seeing all the flaws.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't see it in the cinemas, and I both of these films, I didn't like either of them. So maybe if I saw them in the cinema, something would have changed. But then again, I also didn't see Minecraft in the cinema, and I think that's probably a good thing.
never seen it.
Some people were bringing in live chickens to our one. They literally had to have a sign where people were getting searched for chickens coming to
Really?
a cinema. So
That's
fucking
wild.
stupid.
See, yeah. I thought the Alien Romulus stuff was cool. Like I was terrified with the whole like alien. Or it wasn't terrifying. It was so off-putting that it made sense. Like I know it didn't look good, but it was so like, I don't know. It was true horror. Like I do not want this thing anywhere near me. Like, could you imagine like being somewhere and all of a sudden that thing's behind you? Like, no way, dude. Like,
I wouldn't
I
want it
don't
in
know.
front of me either.
No,
They
yeah,
showed too much, though. That's always the biggest problem.
I
Like,
agree.
I think the reason why the original one works is because the most that we saw was the mouth, and then we saw like maybe 1 or 2 frames of it scuttling past. Like, it's let your mind fill in whatever it is that you're afraid of the most, because it knows what you're scared of.
Right.
Yeah, because like if you look at the way that thing moved, it's like you weren't really afraid to be able to get away from it. Like
Yeah,
it just
and-
seemed like
and
it was
do-
way too easy to kind of like outrun it.
Exactly. And do it in the dark. I hate seeing aliens or any sort of threat in the middle of the day out in the sun.
Right?
It takes it away. It takes something away from it. If you want to do these horror type psychological thrill or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
give them the environment where they thrive.
Yeah,
Well, Romulus was like that though. Romulus
some
was. I mean,
characters-
dark.
That's what I'm saying. At points it was. That's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't completely hate it. I just didn't like the film.
Yeah.
Some characters you just need them to be dark. Imagine somebody putting, I don't know, Batman in the middle of the day. You know what I mean? Fighting Bane. It would look ridiculous, because it just doesn't look right when they're in, the daylight.
Just have him hiding on a roof in the middle of the day.
Right.
And someone's like, "Where did he go? I can't see him."
Exactly. Yeah.
I would like to see how they tie this into things, if they're
I don't
going
care.
to, or if they're planning on making this a standalone film.
They're gonna tie it in.
So this is a prequel. It turns out that you were right. It was actually a little boy, and he on his first assignment he gets to go to Earth and try and kill Arnie.
Well, they also have. There is actually because this takes place in the future. Pray,
Yes.
well, no, hold on. I know it's funny. I'm hilarious, but Prey took place in the past.
Yeah.
So this follow up, who is the same director, takes place in the future. I don't know. I don't think it's Earth.
The
that
future
we're
of
on.
the past.
What? No, I mean I don't know.
I
Sorry.
got it.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's an X-Men reference.
Oh.
Days of Future Past.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this one's getting in the future because you have the Android thing.
Right. And then they have the Alien Earth series coming out this summer too. Which takes place like 2 years before Alien. So I wonder where all of this falls together. If it will.
Wait. This takes place 2 years before the movie Alien?
No, new Alien
Earth will take place 2 years before the movie Alien. So I wonder if this ties into anything anywhere, like where that might be.
It will in some way because they have to feed off of the what came before it, or it's just not, people aren't going to enjoy it as much. You know what I mean?
Got a Camelot raid, by the way.
Oh, who I did?
Yo,
No,
Camelot's in the house.
Camelot, that wrong channel, bro.
Yo, come raid. What up, brother, man? My boys over there. My boys over there playing what's it called?
Oblivion.
Elder Scrolls, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's playing the shit out of Oblivion.
Yep. And is his character really JD Vance meme, dude? Or is
No, he created something similar, but that's what he created the other day.
Oh, I always thought Camelot was JD Vance.
Billy Hatcher, what's up? The Gagsworth? What's up, man? How's it going? Good to see everyone.
Dude, that's what we'll call your
sexual
OnlyFeed
is.
channel.
Oh yeah,
That's only feed channel? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You could do that.
I mean, or any other website that does
Sorry,
fit. I mean, I don't
Camelot.
really know about them. So
I got to do the
Since-
midweek comp, man. I can't be streaming and playing and doing the midweek comp at the same time.
That's true.
all right, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, big announcement, everybody. So you're coming in from Camelot's channel. Since I was recently laid off at work, I'm opening my OnlyFeeds channel to try and kickstart my career as a content creator.
Yep, and I'm going to collab with them. You're going to see our little toes doing little toe things.
Yeah.
That's actually what Shags and I were doing in Vegas. That's why we're in the room.
Yeah, we're taking pictures of our feet. The pictures are coming out soon.
Sorry, I'm
Yes.
back. I just got to ask a quick question, just for a friend. This isn't a bit. You're serious, right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Of course.
So, what would you do for like collab feet things? Would you just like one of you would tickle the other one's bottom of the foot with your big toe?
Totally. And like maybe like have our feet against each other. Like, like high-fiving, like, like Eiffel Tower feet. Yeah.
Dude, it's called low fiving. For fuck's sake, know the terminology. My God, amateurs.
Would you be like, like trying to intertwine your toes between each other, like you're holding hands, but with feet? I don't think that's possible. You would have to have some weird toes to have that much space.
That's right. Amorosi says he only visits the site. He doesn't camp. Oh man, interlocking toes. If you're lucky, if you got to pay extra. That's tier 2 for the interlocking toes.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I think I got a good set of feet. I think I could do it. I'll start working them out a little bit.
Undefeated. That's fucking perfect. That's in my chat. That's my people.
Oh, they're over in your. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go.
Winning.
Undefeated. Oh man, are we going to see your feet in the bathtub? Yeah, dude. So what I'll do is I'll do like a scrub, and then I'll bottle up the water, and we'll sell the water after it's been cleaned.
That's such an idea.
Like a lavender oil in it, or maybe a bath bomb. We'll rinse the feet, use the pumice brick, and then we'll bottle up and sell it.
You can use Raiken's hair to dry it. Dry your feet.
There we go.
Like Jesus.
Could you sign the pumice thing?
Sure, absolutely.
So you're going to market it as like a super shag or something like that, some sort of.
Right.
You would need set some aside for consumption in case you don't want to limit your market to just people that want to have body wash.
But also, here's the thing: if you're going to do that, you could also have on the side may contain corn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What? Don't.
I don't know. And of course, if for those who don't know, there will be an extra paid tier for probably some custom orders if you'd like. But I would also like to do like a foot cleaning video like once a week. Just get in there, clean out the dirt. Do a nice little close up. People love that, and they like to hear the scraping. I think that makes sense. Yeah, the foot ASMR. Absolutely.
Instead of t-shirts, you sell socks.
Yeah.
Logo on the shit.
Yeah.
I mean, socks is just like a tease.
It's a t-shirt for your feet.
Yeah, no. I mean, if you do the cleaning one, you can call it like scrub and tug deal or something. Just throw these out there.
Oh my god. Yeah. So, getting laid off is it's a double-edged sword. It can be really great.
By the way, no one's allowed to steal this, okay? We're now trademarking and copyrighted right now because it's on record that we came up with these ideas.
Grating the cows is like Parmesan.
Oh, gross.
That's what we're going to do. We're going to throw that into the bath water. We'll grate the cows into the bath water.
No, this is
Grant right now is just like, he is like full torque. He doesn't know what to do.
This isn't devolving. This is workshopping. This is how some of the best ideas come to be.
Yeah.
Look, we're trying to make sure Shags stays alive.
Yeah.
We want to make sure he's well funded.
Yeah.
And if you don't support his OnlyFeet page, you hate him and you hate veterans because I'm a part of it too.
Link in the bio, guys. Oh man.
Tickle that bell with your little pinky toe.
No, but in all seriousness, Raiders, we've been kind of talking about the new Predator Badlands trailer and how we think it's going to be. Well, there's a mix of feelings, I think.
There's the right ones and the wrong ones.
Right. I think most people are at the point, and I don't blame them, honestly. Like why? It's just. Maybe we're done with this. Like maybe if you are going to have the Predators, like I agree that it should be maybe darker, like a darker, more horror vibe, but also, I don't know. Like I'm way more interested in the Alien franchise at this point. Like personally, I would like to see them return to form with.
This is the Alien franchise now. They just canonized it. Yeah,
I know, but like Aliens as like the center of everything. Like, and I kind of agree with you, Grant. Like, it's almost too bright for this to be a Predator movie. I mean, Prey was bright too, but there was a lot of camo, and it kind of worked in its own way. I didn't hate the Prey movie. I thought it was a cool way of doing it, but I know people really didn't like it.
I wish it was about her brother because he was fucking
I
awesome.
like the brother. Yeah.
He wasn't bad.
Awesome. Also, anyway, I'm not even going to get into how the rope tomahawk thing would not work, but
Mad, she's the very first inventor, all right?
Right. It has never been replicated in any trial whatsoever.
Soul Assassin, Darker House. I mean, you could be going darker story-wise. We don't know the story really, but I don't mean like just darker picture, but like darker tone. Like I don't. So I mean, these things work in the shadows. They work in camouflage, and you don't see him in camouflage once, which I think is a bad move. Personally,
to help out because Soul Assassin, I get him, even though he's not much. That's fine though. What he was making a joke because the second Alien versus Predator movie, people were complaining about that it was so dark you couldn't even see what was happening.
Right. Yeah. No. Totally.
And that's the kind of understanding you get when you subscribe to my channel. I get you, chat.
Yeah, make sure I read this whole thing. I knew what he was talking about. Make sure you pick darker shades of nail polish for your toenails. Bright colors will make it seem like you're not taking.
I was gonna bring up if you're gonna paint them as well, dude. You got to, right?
Yeah. We'll do custom colors if you want. If you want the rainbow, I'll shoot it for you. No problem.
You could do a poll in the chat. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure you're going to be live streaming this. I don't know how OnlyFeeds work.
There must be a live streaming function on
Has
there.
to be,
I haven't
yeah.
looked at it yet, but I assume that there's a live streaming function on there. And if not, maybe we'll hop over to Locals. They seem open minded.
So you can,
I don't know Locals.
it's
Is that like the classifieds, like Craigslist?
it's like Patreon.
Yeah, it's like Patreon. Same, yeah.
Oh,
It literally has the fastest peer-to-peer connection. Like I type something to Shags and I'd hit it, and then half a second, like not even that, he'd get it. Like it's the best for streaming.
so
Like,
it's like
there's
like
no
if
lag.
if you had American internet and not Australian.
yeah, almost like. I mean, I wouldn't know what that feels like.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I want every movie to be good nowadays. I'm so sick of everything kind of sucking. So when I see a trailer for Predator Badlands, I think, oh yeah, like, okay, maybe we're going to get something good. But
Do you think that movies suck, or that you're just aware of what bad movies are?
No,
Because I have a friend who I don't think I've ever heard him say that he hated a movie. He'll go into a movie and he'll see it and he'll come out and he'll only talk about the things that are positives, and he genuinely likes shit movies. He's like
I like bad
everything
movies.
that comes out, he actually enjoys. And there's part of me that's just like, oh, I kind of want to be retarded too, just for a little bit, just like while I'm watching movies, because I hate modern movies.
I'll be honest.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I don't hate every movie I see. I probably like more movies than most people. And if that's a weakness, like I'll own it. But I do see, like I do when I look like a trailer like this, like is a perfect example. I didn't see as big of a deal as a lot of people did, like on Twitter.
Yeah, I didn't either because
Go watch your favorite YouTuber then.
It was benign.
Exactly. Well, that's why I avoid it. I try and avoid it.
It was
Really
not, it was a vanilla trailer. Nothing about it captured my opinion. I didn't really remember anything, not opinion, but my attention. And I didn't remember most of what y'all was. I didn't know that was an intro. I forgot all about that. But Havoc comes out, by the way, on the 25th. It's the new Gareth. What's his name? Grant. The Raid.
Oh, that one's coming out. Is it?
Havoc. Yeah, the director's name David Gareth. Gareth. Doesn't matter. The director of the Raid. He has a movie.
The new Tom Hardy and Asian guy
Yes.
that's like 60 now. What's his name? Not Jackie Chan, the other one.
To say this.
All right. Sorry.
Donnie Yen. Could be. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it does have
No, the other one
Tom
from
Hardy.
the one.
Jet Li.
Jet Li.
He's in it.
Oh, I thought he was. Okay.
I don't. No, I think you just did a racism.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But anyway,
From memory, I heard that there was going to be him in it. So
so Havoc, comes out on the 25th. It's going to be great. I have absolute trust in Gareth, whatever his name is. I probably should learn his name. That's how much trust I have.
But it was a good movie.
What was that?
I've only seen the Raid 2. I haven't seen the first one.
You didn't even see the first one?
No. So I didn't even know about the Raid series. And then I just had my friend, he was like huge action movie fan of of Asian films. And he was just like, we're going to go watch this movie. I was like, okay. Had no clue what the fuck I was getting myself into. And it was just
awesome.
Like 2.5 hours, like what, 2.5 hours of just like nonstop action. It was just,
but with way more story than so the first one's a lot more contained. It happens at a single location, but it's a big building.
Yeah.
Dread, if you saw the Dread movie, that's where they stole the idea from. And so as long
if the video game was a
Gareth
movie.
Evans, thank you, Clay. Gareth Evans is the director.
dude, he did a whole heap of those fucking gangs. The Pommy one, the TV series. Gangs of London, Gangs of England, whatever it was. Did you ever watch that one? It's got the black guy from all those movies.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. But
There's,
so we're looking forward to it.
There's actually another Alien film kinda that released. Alien 3, the Legacy cut was released online that you can watch, which is like a amalgamation of the original Alien cut and then the like I forget what it was called, the updated one that they did. But this is like a fan made film that released, and it's supposed to be really good. Like they
What's
even
it called?
Alien: The Legacy Cut. It's on. It's by Project A34K. There's a website you can go to and actually watch it.
It's a34k.net is the
So that's supposed to. I plan on watching that at some point this week. But it's supposed to like update the models of the Alien to make it look way better, to not look as shitty and janky as it did. So
hold on though. Like I'm gonna need, because it says that you have to send your email to get the download link.
Probably. I mean, there might be a paywall for it. I don't know.
Yeah, it says you must own a legally purchased copy of Alien 3. Both the theatrical and assembly cut.
Okay, yeah. So it's the original and the assembly cut, and then they mixed those together and did some other remastering to get the legacy cut.
And you have to own both of them just to watch this movie? Out.
Really? There's no.
Put it this way, David Fincher doesn't even own a copy of the movie. He hates it that much.
Well, I want to
For
try.
those who don't know, he directed it.
Yep.
I am very interested in what it is because I liked Alien 3, but I know that it's people don't.
I liked what they did with the concept of it being a dog versus something else. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing what would happen if, like a kangaroo got hit with an alien. Like, that would be terrifying.
Yeah, it would be. It would constantly trying to box you and trying to, coax you into getting into the water so it can drown you. That's what kangaroos really do.
Dude, imagine if it was an emu. Like, I mean, emus, they're known to defeat armies. So, like,
yeah. Oh, they would sit all over your wheat. Also, something they do. It's a real thing.
It was a big issue. Don't make fun of it.
Hey, I'm not making fun of it.
Release the McCracken. Already got the behind the scenes.
Oh boy, it makes it like you have the legs of an LP.
I don't know if that makes it worse or better.
For me, better.
Yeah. Look at these little toes.
Like how I'm standing up, but my feet are there. That was too funny. Nice job, McCracken. 11 Rebels looks pretty rad. Have you seen that trailer? I have not seen that trailer.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of those alien toys, dude. It's crazy the movies that they would make toys for kids, RoboCop, Aliens. I mean, you know what I mean? Because normally you're gonna know the IP that these toys are coming from. So you would have, and we all did see those movies. Like, oh man, we had an awesome childhood. Got to watch whatever.
We had a lot of good
movies.
Yeah, dude.
Absolutely.
The content, I think in general, in the late 90s, early 2000s, like mid to late 90s, early 2000s was
it's funny that you bring that up because I am working on my my first unironic video, like an actual serious video rather than the why Obi-Wan is the best Star Wars since Empire when I'm criticizing it, but through humor and fake praise, this whole thing. But this is the actual.
Wait, that was an ironic video? Oh my god! Wait, so you don't hate Big Glass?
Oh, that was from the Mavericks, Top Gun Maverick. I said it sucks great big balls of fire. Anyway,
don't worry. There's 3 people. There's 3 people in the world that get the joke. 2 of them were on the panel. It was still worth it.
But anyway, so I'm making a video talking about why the quality of movies have dropped off so significantly, and I put the timeline like pretty much if you look at almost any year before Ghostbusters, female Ghostbusters, you're gonna see a multitude of bangers, man, with like some all-time classics. But compared to anything after Ghostbusters, you may get 3 or 4 good movies a year. Whereas, I mean, just look at the box office for any year in the late 90s, early 2000s. You're in the 40s still seeing movies that people are talking about or watching today. And it's not the same like that anymore. And I explain all the reasons why in this new video that will be coming out. I'm excited about it. First like, it's not serious. I'm still going to be making jokes, but it's the first straight video.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not talking about Rhino Cop, I'm out.
But yeah, so I'm excited about that. I do think that they're
So you think how people think that when they turn CERN on that the reality changed, but in your theory of the world, it was when Ghostbusters 2016 came out.
Well, so no, I'm not blaming it. I don't blame it on that movie at all. It's just my my point of reference to where you could see a noticeable drop in the quality of movies that were coming out.
Oh, here's a good question. You think it's that nostalgia is why we're getting unnecessary sequels, prequels, and spin-offs to relive the nostalgia?
No. Maybe
no, it's easy marketing. That's the point.
Yeah.
Because most of the people the people in marketing are the ones that convince us to make films. They're also the people that convince the people who make movies to make movies.
Well,
that's the
thing.
And
also, it's just it's one. There's such a risk now because there's no longer that mid-budget movie, and so if you're going to spend the money that it's going to take to try to get that blockbuster, you're going to have to do IP that people can recognize because you're going to need that initial base audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
that's all you just Hollywood are just not willing to take risks on anything new.
Well, because financially it's too big of a risk.
There's no DVD sales anymore. There's no post market. That was the thing. The biggest thing that made like Ben Affleck's career, Matt Damon, the reason that they made so much more money before they ever had a hit is because they were huge on DVD sales and like post sales. That you don't get any of that from streaming.
No,
that's the problem, and that's the reason why that like you're not even getting good actors coming up anymore because there's nowhere to hone them. You got the indie market that gets seen by 25 people. It still costs $50 million to make.
Well, yeah, and that's the bummer is that like even the best films that win at the Oscars like Anora, The Brutalist, like no one's seeing as good as they might be. No one's seeing them. They're not making big box office draws. It's it's all Marvel stuff or nostalgia if you want to call it that. That's pulling in $500 million.
Parasite was the last film that made money that won Best Picture.
Yeah.
And by the way, it should have been qualified because it's not American. Should have been qualified for y'all. Don't remember this?
Yeah, I remember. I tried to use the same argument for Black Panther being nominated.
What was his name? Rob Lightning. What was his fucking name? I streamed with that dude.
Lightfield. Yeah, I remember.
For those that don't know, this YouTuber said that Parasite shouldn't be nominated for Best Picture because it was an American movie, and it went crazy. You had Don Cheadle calling this YouTuber out for a stupid fucking take. I mean, yeah, it got big. Yeah, I streamed with that dude.
I couldn't imagine getting caught out by the second best roadie. It's crazy.
Yeah, but he's the best Captain Planet.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. My God.
My heart.
Everyone's trees. See, if you want to do a prequel or a sequel or a spin-off, do that. Make Captain America like Don Cheadle in that short that he did. That would be terrifying. That's more scary than what happens if Superman is bad, which we've seen 1,000 times now.
Wait, you said Captain America. You meant Captain Planet, right?
Oh, Captain Planet. I meant. Sorry.
But so is TV the way to go now? Then I wonder, because
I think so. Look at Guy Ritchie. I think he's really found something that's really working for him between the Gentleman on Netflix and now Mobland on Paramount. I mean, I think that is doing a 8-episode season works so well with how Guy Ritchie writes his character. It gives so much more room for the characters
He
to
doesn't
like
have
really
to cut
grow.
the first and second act like he
Yeah.
usually does with his films. He can just go, no, that's the first 2 episodes, that's the second 2 episodes, now the movie starts. He loves it. It's great.
I wanted to bring this up too. So there's all this talk. We talked a couple weeks ago about the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh.
And I saw a post by Wario64 today that said Nintendo says it received 2.2 million applications to pre-order the Nintendo Switch 2 in Nintendo Japan store. The number far exceeds our expectations.
See you, Raiken.
Oh, see you, bud. And
Was it because of the Parasite thing?
and far exceeds the number of Nintendo Switch 2 consoles that can be delivered from the My Nintendo store on June 5th. Users not selected will carry over to a second lottery, but still won't be able to fulfill all applications. What do you guys think about this? Like,
That's cap. I don't believe it for a second.
no? The post I'm seeing, he reported this from a tweet from Furukawa.
Sorry?
Bless you.
We have been procuring many materials and proceeding with production in advance so that we can deliver the Nintendo Switch 2 to you. On April 2nd, we announced details about the Nintendo Switch and started accepting applications for the lottery sale on the My Nintendo store. As a result, we received an extremely large number of applications, approximately 2.2 million people in Japan alone. However, this number far exceeds our expectations and far exceeds the number of Nintendo Switch 2 consoles that can be delivered from the My Nintendo store on June 5th. Therefore, unfortunately, we expect that a significant number of customers will not be selected when the winners are announced tomorrow on the 24th. In order to avoid the trouble of those who were not selected in the first lottery sale having to reapply, My Nintendo store will automatically carry those who were not selected in the first lottery sale to the second lottery sale. However, even including the quantity for the second lottery sale, we cannot fulfill all of the applications we received. We deeply apologize for not being able to meet the expectations despite our prior preparations. In response to this demand, we're currently working on further strengthening our production system. In addition, starting tomorrow, game retailers and online stores nationwide will begin accepting pre-orders or lottery sales for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. Please check the information of each retailer for details. The console will also continue to be sold at the My Nintendo store after the release date. More details will be announced at a later date. With the cooperation of retailers, we continue to ship the console and make efforts to get as many Switch 2 consoles as possible into your hands. So
It's like they're trying to do their own self-fulfilling prophecy with it. They're going to go, our products are so popular that everyone wants to get it. So people that are on the fence or I'm not too sure, like, well, fuck, I better put my order in now, otherwise it's going to be like PlayStation. I'm going to have to wait 3.5 years to get one. It's artificial scarcity, essentially, is what they're doing. They're saying this is going to be such a rare thing to have because everyone wants one. What are you going to do about it? Well, I'm going to put my name down to get one because I don't want to be left out. That's what they're trying to do with it. That's why I think it's all bullshit.
Huh. Okay. Anyone else have a thought?
I don't. I'll be honest. I was responding to people because I don't care about the Switch, but I agree with Shags.
You son of a bitch! I even complimented you.
Damn it!
Yeah.
I mean, if it is like them trying to create false scarcity, so people are wanting to buy it. I mean, it's working because I already see like Jeremy, tweeting like finally got my copy, as well as like Yellow Flash like got my pre-order in. So like
yeah,
people
I guess they're gonna lean on the FOMO.
Yeah, so it's like people
Yeah,
are trying to
because
get their...
gay guys love consoles too. Oh, sorry, you said FOMO. Never mind.
So like people are trying to get their copies in or get their pre-orders in for the Switch. So
yeah, I'm interested where it falls compared to other launches. You know,
I think
this is the problem.
Switch, it's going to do fine because it's Nintendo. It's going to do fine.
Right.
The price, it's outrageously priced. Not outrageously, but like it's definitely very high priced comparison to like how good of a console it's probably going to be in comparison to like current day PS5 and stuff. But generally, Nintendo usually has things that they can offer that you're not going to get on the other consoles. So
Right. Yeah. The whole thing is that you're not getting it because of the leaps in technology, but it's the features that
the games that you can only get.
They have a button on there that you can't use for 12 months. And also when it comes out, you actually have to pay for. There's a physical button on there that is locked.
What?
The chat button.
Oh, okay.
They're not rolling that out until a year after it comes out.
So
they're literally hardware locking shit behind a paywall.
Are we also like are you guys insinuating that the numbers that they're giving us are wrong? They're like artificially like they're.
I think they'll be right by the time it comes out. I think they're doing what they need to do to build up their pre-sales and everything to do it.
I don't know about Japan.
Because here's the thing: if it was that popular and everyone was doing it, no, they wouldn't need to be telling us about it. Everyone would already be talking about it.
Well, this is the problem you run into is like the assumptions made like that, but there's no numbers either way to back that up. And now, this becomes
the 2 million is pre-orders in Japan. I don't know how like it is a Japanese company, but I don't know how fervent people are about Nintendo in Japan, because Japan, generally speaking, like people there, like they are diehard usually for whatever thing that they like. So if they're diehard on Nintendo, they're gonna buy Nintendo no matter what. So if
that wouldn't really matter though.
If they had 2 million,
I don't know if Japan how they do their like sales or whatever. If it's tracked like the UK, you always have to go to the UK to see what the game sales
the
are
real
like.
numbers are. Because they have to be transparent.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how transparent they have to be with their numbers in Japan. So that's a big question. But again, what Grant was saying about they wouldn't have to tell us that they're popular if they're popular. I think there is some truth behind that, Like you never need a badass to tell you they're a badass. You just know.
Yeah, and
I mean,
to the point, it's only 2 million people that are signed up to get notification to get a lottery ticket, to try to get a lottery ticket to get to be able to purchase it. So it's like
the number might be real, but their scarcity is what I'm saying. They're saying, well, if you don't get selected, you're gonna have to go into this one, and if you don't get selected, you go into that. That's the part that I think is bullshit. The fact that 2 million people said that they want one, I don't have an issue with that, because obviously that makes sense. But what I'm saying is the hype behind it is artificial. When they're saying that they're not going to be able to make enough, you're going to be watching your friends get their one because you didn't get in time. That's the part that I call bullshit.
Maybe they'll send you like a cardboard cutout of what it will look like.
Oh, trust me, just go to eBay when they come out and try and buy a legitimate one for 75% of the price. It'll be just a cardboard box.
Remember Star Wars? When the toys were first released, they didn't actually release it. You bought. Well, I don't remember. I wasn't alive, but
I do. I was. I mean, in spirit, reverse spirit, I guess.
It was before your latest reincarnation.
Yeah. So what's a ghost before you're born? I know, like a ghost after you die is called a ghost, but what's the version of you before you're born?
Oh, that's a good point. It would be like a pre. It would have to be pre something. What's ghost for Latin?
Pre-corporeal.
Sorry, what's Latin for ghost? Not what's ghost for Latin. That would be. I mean, maybe they have their own language, but yeah, what's ghost in Latin? Anybody know?
Yeah, sure. I'm definitely not going to Google it for a second.
I just think I don't know.
Sorry, it just came to me. In an apage affiliosios espiritis, it's something like that.
Oh, a spirit of it, like in like Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Catholicism.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
I think I don't know. I think what I don't know. You could totally be right about about this, but this to me looks more like a, hey, we're getting out in front of something that could be an issue, and maybe it's to serve both purposes. Hey, we don't have enough of the thing, but also, this will help generate some more buzz. I don't know. It could be both of those. I don't think it's necessarily.
Then make more. You're a $50 billion company.
That's what they're doing, though. But they're also saying, hey, the demand is so high right now that we're trying to get out in front of this and just be aware that this might happen. Because if you don't,
when's the release? When's the release date?
June 5th. So just over a month. So I mean, it's not. It doesn't seem crazy to me that you would say, hey, we're coming down to the wire here. The first.
I mean, they could try to be trying to avoid it looking like a paper launch,
right? And this is just in Japan alone. So they're like, we're anticipating probably delays elsewhere too. Like we're having trouble meeting demand here in Japan. Also, there's the rest of the world to think about because Japan might be one of their biggest markets, but it's not. There's plenty more that need to be made. So I don't know. It could be either thing. I don't want to necessarily say that they're trying to screw people over, even though I know this seems very exploitative to everyone. But everyone who was crying about it seems to have already pre-ordered it, so it can't be that big of a deal for people. I don't know. I'm not going to get one right away. I'll wait for the price to either go down, or I'll wait for my regular Switch to completely die. So
I'm not getting one. I didn't get the last one.
They're a good console. I mean, I think it's their best idea that they've ever made. I mean, quite honestly. But,
I mean, I guess.
I think the Wii was superior for funness, though.
Well, I mean, the reason I liked the Switch more is because it took what the Wii did and allowed me to take it where I wanted, because you still play those games essentially with the Switch, but I can also take it on the go with me if I.
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying I think what they're doing with this next generation of console is just lame.
Oh yeah.
No innovation. That's what I'm saying. Like
right.
They've innovated from one to the other, and now they're just gone, let's just make it a little bit bigger, a little bit more powerful, and call it a 2.
Right.
Like I did with my ex.
Like they'll probably release like the 2 OLED, which it'll have all the features that everyone really wants. And then it'll probably be about the same price. And at that point, I'll probably, in like 3 years, I'll probably be ready to upgrade to that. Because right now, totally fine. I don't need to get a new one.
Nope.
But,
I'll tell you what, the only way I'll get it is if we can get donations if we play it with our feet on your new Only Feet page. I will make that sacrifice for you.
You hear that, chat? Let's go. Let's do this.
I'll 3D print up a controller base that you can actually slide your foot into that can actually do some proper control.
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'll just need a picture of your feet and some measurements. That's all.
Listen, folks. This makes sense because my birthday is on June 7th. It's 2 days after the release of the Switch 2. So let's
it's almost as if it's faded.
Are you gonna eat your birthday cake with your feet? Just out of curiosity.
Just let your friend know that it's very possible.
There's no way you could feed cake to yourself with your feet. Now each other.
Challenge accepted.
Wait, you really think you could eat cake with your feet?
Yeah, because all I have to do is start stretching right now.
Mad's challenged you. You have to go on camera on your birthday to prove that you can do it. I believe in you, Shags.
That's YouTube law.
That's YouTube law. Yeah, I don't want one of you guys feed me with your gross ass feet.
No, you got to feed yourself.
You got to feed yourself.
Gamer feet's the worst.
They smell like Mountain Dew
and if
somehow.
you back out from this challenge, your YouTube career's over. It's the same thing that happened to Amnesion. Or maybe it's something else. I don't remember.
That's it. Maybe one of my first runs on OnlyFeets is like smearing Cheeto dust on my toes and running the code red all over. Yeah, dude. Yes. I think we're really on to something.
I do think so, yeah. I love the socks as merch idea. I think that's the best. That was one of mine. Just have a pissing distant contest? What? Why would we do that? That's
Yeah, what?
gross. I don't think you're allowed to do that on Only Feet.
Yeah, you got to go to freaking Yellow Tube for that one.
Yellow.
I mean, apparently.
Unironically, the Degens would love it and it would make mad money.
I'm pretty sure it would. Imagine doing a speed run of a game, but using your feet to do the speed run.
Plenty of chicks doing it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, somebody's playing in the background, like off camera.
Dude, I could probably just play a game and have a camera on my feet, like on like a nice like carpet, and there would be someone wanting to pay for the camera.
And every time,
or maybe like a tray of like cake or something.
And I'm just like,
but every time you
squishing it with my
comment,
toes.
every time you comment, you wiggle your toes,
Yep.
like what you would do with a puppet, right? So whenever you talk, you wiggle your toes, so it has that look of the feet are responding.
You'd have to like pay for the camera, so I'd have a camera like down there, but it wouldn't be switched unless like there was like a $10 donation for feet cam, and you got it for like 5 minutes, and then Grant would have to like really fire that bitch off, and then I mean,
yeah, I'll be firing all right, don't you worry.
Do you guys remember the 80s movie about a spitting distance contest? No.
I remember the movie about pissing over a wall as a kid.
I don't remember that.
What is happening in the background? Sia's been singing nonstop for the past 2 hours.
Yeah, Grant's talking about like
yeah, I'm fully aware.
Background, like
So.
Oh man. I keep saying I wish I lived in Vegas sometimes, because that podcast studio was so damn awesome.
Yeah.
It's
So
so
nice.
different.
I mean, apart from the fact that it keeps getting broken into.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe take the idea of that that podcast room or whatever and move it into a safer city or state.
Well, they actually, so they are hoping that they figured the problem out by purchasing the office space they were going in through.
They broke into the next door just to get through the wall. I mean, these guys were determined. Like,
Yeah, they were.
this is like heist level shit.
But they end up catching one of the guys. He's in jail. But they turned that other office space next to them into a green room in like a Between Two Ferns style studio. So there's like 4 chairs.
Yeah, but now they're going to break into the place next to that just to get into that one, and then they're going to free reign. Like, you
By
just
the
got to
time
own
they're
the
done,
strip, and then you'll be right.
the whole building at least. But by the way, is their stuff does that well to be able to afford these office buildings in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think. Well, they're outside of Vegas. They're not like on the strip.
I mean, even still though,
they're pretty 15 minutes off the strip at least.
I think they also don't they rent it out to other people?
Yeah, they
they?
had a private client like the day that we were there.
Okay.
So yeah, people go in there and record their stuff, and they pay. They totally are like, they do charity stuff for the fellowship while we're all there. We all get access to it.
Do I know them? Who are these people?
The Salty Nerd podcast.
Oh, I think we follow each other, but I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever been invited, so probably should unfollow him.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
neither, mate. Don't worry about it.
They're really cool. It's such a nice space. And
The Salty Nerd podcast?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we follow each other.
Yeah.
It was such a nice space that even bloody No Green Rocks took his mask off.
He did,
Wow.
yes.
Yep.
No Green Rocks is not using the mask anymore. Someone left a comment in that video being like, "Hey, how'd you get Tim Pool on the show?"
I feel I'm pretty sure I did see him when he was hanging out with Brahma and we were just bullshitting backstage. But yeah, I can see the Tim Pool thing now.
Yeah, no, totally. He does
Boy,
have
he's had
they do resemble.
Boy, Tim Pool has had a rough couple weeks, hasn't he?
I feel like he's had a rough couple of years. Like,
True.
I used to look at that guy and be like, "Wow, man, he's like, I like this take, I like where he's going," and then all of a sudden, it just fucking fell apart. Like, I don't know what is the money? Is it the Russian
Regular
money?
curse. Got him.
The regular curse.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He just rambles on so long. I just want to know what you know what I mean? What? Because like the headline, the whatever the name of the video is, like, oh, I need to check this out, right? But I got to go through these same stories, like in Chicago when I was growing up. You know what I mean? It's the same stories, and somehow they're really anyway. It's just all.
And you know how Matt hates long stories.
Fuck off. Okay, his is fluff. Mine was meaningful and layered, but I didn't get to all the layers.
It was also long. That's the point. Like I didn't say it wasn't meaningful. I liked it so much. I'm going to steal it, like most of you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Pool crashing the White House press conference a few days ago.
Crashing.
I didn't hear about that. I feel like that would have been all over the internet.
Yeah, it was.
It was the fact that he didn't wear a suit to the White House press conference. That's why it was.
He wore a fucking beanie. The jerk.
Yeah, he always does. He's been to the White House multiple times, and he wears the beanie. But I think people had problems with because he didn't ask any questions. It was basically like a softball for like setting them up to respond in a way that they want to respond. You know what I mean? Like, so tell us why the left sucks so much. That kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
We're like, oh, I'm so glad that you asked this. But I didn't look too much into that because I just don't care enough.
Well, those are the type of like outrage stories that I just don't care about. Like, he didn't wear a suit. Like, well, I don't think I've ever seen Tim Pool dress up for anything. And if he did, like he may have worn like a jacket and a tie, but he always had like a beanie on. Yeah. I don't know. It just that shit doesn't concern me. And furthermore, if you're opening up, you know, the White House press like court as like to independent creators like from the internet, like you better be prepared that these people are not.
If you're opening it up to degenerates, don't expect it to be anything but degenerate.
Right.
It doesn't make it like
But I don't know.
I'm surprised you didn't bring your skateboard along.
Yeah, right.
Anybody that's been to one of the meetups, most of the people, very normal people, but for every, I would say, what we say, Shags, like 1 out of 5, maybe 1 out of 10, there's that one like, oh, you're a weird fucking dude, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Why haven't you looked me in the eyes yet? What's the matter?
Oh man, dude. In San Antonio.
Why is he looking at my feet for? That's weird.
In San Antonio, man, there was some dude, he was talking to like the bouncer at the front door and just nonstop, and you could tell the bouncer had no interest in this shit. And when I walked by and he was gone, I was like, look, man, it's not all of them, okay? He's like, no, I've seen.
Yeah.
You have not seen what I've seen.
Oh, dude. It's I enjoyed this meetup, but yeah, we're a crazy bunch, you know.
Well, the Las Vegas one feels like a more high end meetup, you know.
Well,
because I mean, you're paying for a hotel in Vegas, not to mention.
Yeah, but it's the Flamingo. It's not like great.
I didn't stay at the Flamingo. We stayed at the Stratosphere.
I mean, still though, because there's not a lot of people that live in Las Vegas, you know. So the majority of people are going to be flying in, or maybe driving in, but they're traveling to that location.
But
Sorry, I just realized how much of an asshole I was, because as soon as you said you stayed at the Stratosphere, I'm like, well, that's the last time you can do that with not having a job. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, we didn't hear that.
It's okay. It's true. The timing was good, I guess. It happened after, because if I had,
it was a great time to lose the job. Yeah, my God,
I would have had to cancel had it been the other way around. So
I take it that
price-wise wasn't bad though at Stratosphere.
The what?
I said price-wise at the Stratosphere wasn't that bad, anyways.
No, not at all.
Especially with sharing room.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the history of the Flamingo. That's the problem.
This is true. Nothing has the history of the Flamingo.
By the way, chat viewers, if you want to see the Shags in Dallas like I do, y'all gonna have to be buying some feet pics.
Right. Yeah, I got more time to. Yeah, man, we'll step up. It's all cap. I'm not doing only feats, but I don't know. We'll see. But I will be stepping up.
Really?
I will be stepping up the content game for sure. Over the next.
Cancel all my pre-orders I was making.
I already have a page up.
Just like Nintendo lying about the pre-orders.
I was painting my toenails as we were
Yeah.
for real, yeah. But Dallas is gonna be fun. It hasn't been announced, but it will be. I got the inside track.
It sounds like
Yeah, I talked to Brahma
announced
too.
it. Ripa announced it, and it's an official like Ripa meetup, I think. But I don't know.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't think it's FNT. Really, they'll probably be there because they live there.
No, it's probably with Comics Division as well. Ripper and that usually
Right,
do the thing at the same time.
right. I mean, I think
Yeah.
those guys will be there. Is what I mean. Is that
Yeah.
like because they're in Texas anyway? But I do know that they have Europe is in August from what they mentioned in Vegas. They said that FNT Europe is going to be sometime in August. So I know that they're preparing for that as well. So
That only feed is gonna have to become real for me if I'm gonna go to Europe.
Well, we'll save it for when they do the Australian one.
that's what we gotta. That's what we gotta do, chat. That's the goal for the next like month. Is that we're just
Right.
gonna become filthy, stinking rich content creators, and then we're just
Yeah.
gonna
We'll
fly
do a
everywhere.
tour of Australia, right? But for our feet content, so we'll be on stage.
Call it the walkabout.
Yes, perfect, dude.
Yep.
On stage, we like what people because people go to live podcasts, right? They would do it for our only feed.
I think so.
We would have we'd have bits and stuff. You know what I mean? We would do crowd work through our feed.
Matt's too excited about this.
It would
Wait,
make
let him-
money.
He's been
Wait, let him
secretly
talk,
planning
let
this
him
for
talk.
months.
What's
Oh,
that?
I hate that. We've been planning this for months. Every thought that's coming to our head tonight, we've just spoke. There is no planning.
Oh man, it's funny.
You telling me? I mean, basically, what you're witnessing here is as if this was the founding fathers when they were making, you know what I mean, when they were deciding what to put in the Constitution, just brainstorming together, workshopping the ideas.
Right, almost
This
the
is the
same,
equivalent.
honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is the modern equivalent to it.
Yep, I agree.
The founding of the country. It doesn't look like it now, and it didn't look like it then for them either. But history will be told of this moment.
And you guys are here. You're like on the ground floor of it.
And just like the full, like Matt has four fathers, so that works as well.
Yeah.
I had to do the math in my head real quick. I was like, wait, 3.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah, the birth, the adopted, the step.
I rounded it up because of the economy.
Oh, true. Inflation's a motherfucker.
I got, it's funny. This is a very much of an aside story. I don't know why it even came to my head and why I'm sharing it, but I got banned on a TikTok channel this week because I told this woman to shut up. Because the topic was men shouldn't have phones.
Please be domestic violence.
Wait, damn it, I didn't hear what it was. What was it?
Men shouldn't have phones was the topic. Yeah, that was the topic.
Wait, funds or phones?
Phones. Yeah, like a telephone.
A telephone. Okay, sorry, the accent threw me.
Wait, like landlines? I agree. No one needs a landline. I thought you were going to say, actually, they were talking about. Oh, no, fuck off. After all the things I've said tonight, that was your line? That was what caused the crickets?
Oh, Matt, don't worry about it. They didn't even get the Con Air reference earlier.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm bad.
That was great.
Of
Of course, it was
honestly,
about them
Sean,
cheating.
I don't even know what the argument was because all they did was recite like these
Hey, Sean.
empty platitudes like the whole time, like just shouting at any man that came up. And like this one broad who wasn't even the host was like started like pontificating, and I just said, "Shut up, Kristen." That was her name. And then she invited me to come up, and then the host ended up banning me, and I was just like, "Ooh, mission accomplished." All right. I just can't.
So wait, so you deliberately went out there to get banned?
No,
That
not
was
necessarily. No,
Well, no, you
I
just
didn't-
said mission. Like,
I mean, that's how I felt afterwards. I guess it was just like, all right, fine. I guess But I wanted to talk
oh wow,
to
you
them,
moved
but I
the
was
goalpost more than the people you argue with.
the first time for everything, I suppose. I could not believe what I was hearing, because it was like, this was a true grift channel. Like the only thing they were there to do was like make people really mad to like yeah, this person is this, you know, men are bad, men are stupid. It's like, what? Like, no. And she didn't say anything of substance. It was all just, like I said.
How do you get onto those? I would love to go on those things.
I think you just need I think you need an account that's like old enough, and then you can just
account for what?
TikTok.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fine.
And
Wait,
then
you have to earn your right to live stream?
They've really reduced like the requirements, but I don't know. I have like 400 followers on there, so I'm able to get on. I can actually do my own lives now for some reason, but I don't know. I don't know what the requirements are anymore, but you don't need a whole lot of followers to jump on those. You just go into them and you hit request, and then they'll bring you up or they won't. Acolyte Roasty, what kind of politics? I mean, I don't know. Is that what my what
Do you get into a lot of political sort of stuff? When I mean, like left versus right, or is it more? I mean, I've seen the ones you had on abortion, not abortion, that sort of stuff, and why women deserve less. I like those ones that you've argued for. Oh, sorry, that was Mad. Never mind.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, what the fuck? Shaq stealing my bits?
No, never, ever.
I want to get on with like flat earthers, man, so bad. I want Flat Earth Dave. This is why my channel needs to grow, because I want to have Flat Earth Dave on. I don't want to talk science because I'm not the science guy. You know what I mean? But
Don't
I want
worry,
to.
neither say.
Yeah, true. I just want to ask normal questions that they never respond to when I comment. Right? Why don't you just go west until you hit a wall or keep going? Also, why are they hiding it from us? Are there wars between the same countries that are supposed to be keeping it a secret together? Like, none of it makes sense. Those are the topics I want to talk about.
What's the dome made of?
You should totally do it. Like, I bet you Flat Earth Dave, if you emailed him, would probably go on your show. I don't think he cares. I think I'll talk to anybody.
The problem that Matt has is the only flat earther that he knows is Poe, and every time he tries to talk to Poe, all Poe wants to do is fuck him. So it makes it really hard.
Poe's a friend. I like Poe. He's a good guy. He's a reasonable flat earther. Not in his take on the Earth, but he doesn't flip out when you're like, that doesn't sound like a thing. Yeah, he definitely.
But to answer your question,
how he didn't mention anything about him trying to fuck him.
Again, Poe's a friend. You know, I like him a lot. He's a good guy, and he's a reasonable flat earther.
There's no such thing. What? A reasonable flat earther?
Right. Like he's not going to yell at you or try to out-science you. Like, you know what I mean? He's not going to science you up.
He's the smartest kid with Down syndrome. Got it.
Poe's a good bloke. He's just one of those guys. So this is what I believe, and you're not going to change my views. I'm like, yeah, but do you understand? He's like, I don't care.
Interesting.
Okay.
I did get him because I was able to ask him. I'm like, well, when did it start? Who started it and why? And he's like, yeah, I'm going to have to look into that. Sure.
But
I don't remember where or why I started believing what I do, but I know I believe it 100%.
Yeah.
Like, why? What I do.
This isn't a flat Earth discussion because we all believe the Earth is round, Acolyte. But Mad is very interested on having like flat Earth Dave on his.
I'll take any
show.
flat earther.
Yeah.
He just wants to argue with them.
No, I don't want to argue. Well, I want to ask.
You want to pick their brains.
Yeah, I want to understand how they got there.
There's no brain. If you believe the Earth is flat, there's nothing in there worth picking.
I get that.
A scab, maybe, I guess.
What I never hear, it's always about the science. I don't give a fuck about the science. I want to know about how they think it works. So, like in
the social aspect,
the
social aspect,
right? Like, there's so many different moving parts to keep it a secret. How are you balancing all that? But they always focus on on the science. Like, well, if you look at, I don't give a fuck, dude. Why? What reason? Because you have to have not you have to have it what is the intent, what are their means, and what are their goals? Like that's what I'm more interested in.
I don't know.
Why do ISIS and the USA agree on keeping it a secret?
Right. Like, well, not just that, but like China, you know what I mean? And the US and all.
No,
all
I
these
get
other-
why China wants it a secret. That's why I use the more reasonable.
Well, here's something I'll say about flat Earth. I don't want flat earthers to go away because I really enjoy knowing who to just completely avoid, like who to not take seriously and who to ignore. Right? Like it's very obvious when someone starts saying like, "Oh, like some of their stuff sounds like kind of interesting and it kind of makes sense." Ignored. No way. Not doing it. Like
I have this issue all the time when I'm on with Scott from Spork News Podcast, and we're doing the aluminum spork, and especially when it comes to the archaeology, right? Chat. There's so many times that they'll be like, no, you can't believe all the these experts. They're gatekeeping big archaeology's keeping these guys that are doing new research. I'm like, listen, there are reasons why they need, and I think they should gatekeep these different fields of study.
Yeah, if you're going to gatekeep something, maybe science and information is probably a good start.
It feels like an important thing to make sure that it's just not free reign in there. I do think that big archaeology, you can't see me doing air quotes, but I am, should be more interested in going and investigating these claims that are being made. Like when they find this site and they have all these different claims, rather than just dismissing it out of hand because you're academia, like go and look for yourself. That way that, you're not just dismissing the possibility. You're either, oh, wow, this is actually true. And now you have something that you can dig more into. You know what I mean? That could open up new fields. And more
literally with archaeology,
yeah,
they dig into it.
Or you disprove it by like, look, this is why he's wrong, and you're showing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bush is trolling as well.
Goblecki Tippy? I don't know what that is.
Goblecki
Tepe.
Yeah, that's
the only reason why it's not being excavated is because it has significant Christian bases in it, and it's unfortunately in a Muslim country. That's the only reason why they said, well, we've got the most profound archaeological find of the century, but we're not going to do anything with it. We're going to wait another 90 years for the next few generations to do it. I'm like, really? You're archaeologists and you don't want to dig up the ground.
Well, there's also some like WEF shenanigans that are kind of also potentially behind why they're not excavating it.
The former guy who was in charge of it was the one who was discovering on it. He died, and then they changed everything. He also died after falling out of a plane and landing on bullets, which is a normal thing that happens.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
Soul Assassin says, Shags, new merch idea. Sell paper plates as legit replicas of flat Earth. Prove it wrong and money back.
Use your foot as a stamp. We can paint the bottom of your foot, and then you can press on it. There you go.
Yeah, I do wish that there was more, I do wish that there was more verification, like in these archaeological digs, like even the Atlantis stuff in the Sahara, like that stuff, it totally interests me. I don't know if it's real. It probably isn't, but it certainly sounds like it lines up. I posted something on Twitter the other day. Where is it? I actually tagged Forbidden Frontier in it because I thought, oh, you guys should talk about this. And it sounds like Adam had mentioned it, or at least he said he mentioned it. This kid, I'll bring it up. It was just on TikTok that I saw it, and I could definitely play it. Let me see.
Real quick, by the way, I'm 3 away from 100. It would be a nice early birthday gift if I could get 100 before we're done with the stream.
Yeah.
Mind you, my birthday is August 20th, so it still would be an early.
You should have said my birthday was last week. That would have been so much more funnier.
Oh, damn it. Or I could have said my birthday wasn't that long ago. August.
If you guys go over here.
Put it in the chat. Let's go quick.
Go over here. We need 3 to get Mad to 100. Do it.
But only cool people though. I don't want some weirdos. If you're one of the 5 that I was talking about earlier, don't go. I'm kidding. I need everybody.
If you don't shower, don't bother.
Yeah, if you're one of those bath takers, fuck off.
All right.
In a remote desert, I noticed these geometric patterns in the exposed rock formation, right angles and straight lines. So I started scanning the top of this plateau for other places where this geologic layer might
Those
have
aren't right
on the
angles.
surface, until finally I came upon the objects for which I've spent countless late nights searching for. Massive, almost geometrically perfect blocks of stone.
Oh, awesome. Hit it. Thanks, guys.
Oh, here we go. Almost. Hear that? Almost. It went from they were right angles and then to almost be
It came to
geometrically
realize
perfect.
The most
Lying
incredible
cunt.
part of this place was what lie in between the blocks. And left
Like this shit's wild to me. Like this is the kind of stuff I'm like, okay, we need more explanation of stuff like this because it certainly looks like I mean, these were broken where they, and like I know these things occur sometimes in nature, but there seems to be a lot of these like cuts or breaks that are very, very straight. So like, where do they come from? Why were they
But
done
it's
like
not it's not very straight, and that's the thing. Like even the ones that they do, like you can get through the hardest substance in the world with a bit of sand and time and a rope. That's all it was. They had time. There's no big mystery about it.
God damn, you're such God, Grant. Like,
Wait, what did they ever do
I
wrong?
need to take
didn't
out the
even hear it.
mystery and everything that you have. You've got to understand. I need negative Shags to come back. You're too positive now.
Where's Hollywood Shags?
yeah.
me convinced that this might be the coolest thing I've ever found on Google Earth. All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You know, based on what I've ever found, and what I don't know is how deep they are. Some of the largest.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Like they're like this is all like it looks a little bit more natural than, but there's a couple, especially over on that hillside, that just like given where it is, it doesn't look as natural. Maybe it's because maybe these break this way because of the type of stone. You know, maybe it's because it's
What's a mad hump? I don't know. It's the first time we've done it.
I mean, are these like lines very common in rocks though? Because naturally,
well, if
like,
it's
would we see
something
it in these kind of stones all over the place more, if it
I
was
think
natural.
I think it just depends on the kind of stone we're talking about. There's some where the gradations in the stone are much straighter than like sedimentary rock is like can probably break in these ways. Whereas something like that, like metamorphic or igneous, they're younger rock and they're much harder to break along straight lines. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a geologist, but Grant, were you gonna say something?
No, it's just like I'm not a geologist. I just like to get stoned.
Oh boy.
But yeah, that's it. I just thought like some of these were cool to see. Like these look much straighter than the other ones. I know they're not perfect right angles, but these look much more.
You guys remember Geode when they used to make good Star Wars characters? Bro, Geode. He was a co-pilot. He was a rock, but he was sentient, but could only move when
And he was remember how they described him? He was swiftly.
I know Geodude.
Fucking yeah. That's what caught me. That's what I was laughing at. Shit, 114, really? Oh, thanks everybody.
Shagspiracies and Madsteries.
Oh,
new show idea.
Not bad, but wait, are we supposed to use our feet? We haven't given up on that one, have we?
No. Thanks for going over there and subscribing to
I really appreciate it.
the
Thanks,
Mads channel. We're trying to get him back up to 500 so he can get remonetized.
At 1,000. But yeah, I'll take 500. Yeah,
He's never been monetized.
No, but I can get to where you can. can be. Again, I was there. I guess I just got fucked on it, but it doesn't matter. It's old. Yeah, the more subscribers I get, the more effort I will put into the channel. That's the way I work.
And if you're over here on my channel, hit the like button. We got 60 people watching. I know you're probably chilling, but if we can get up to 30 likes tonight, I'd be forever grateful. If not, that's
Matt has 32 likes on the stream.
Better ratio. Much better ratio. No, I don't care.
Yep.
I don't really care about the likes thing, and I don't. As long as people are here enjoying themselves, I don't give a
even
fuck.
tag my shit.
Wahine, how did you lose your sub? I think Mad lost his subs.
No, I didn't.
He didn't
that was a
lose
whole
them. He
different
just
channel.
lost the monetization.
I didn't lose them on it. No, they never allowed me to get it, even when I qualified.
Oh, right.
And a lot of that has to do with Ben Dover that works at the WB.
I wouldn't know. Not about the bend over thing, about the thing that's on screen.
How come we don't know? Is it just too far away? You've never been there?
Yeah, it's like asking someone that lives in New York, what's Mexico like?
Wait, no, because Mexico's a different country. Perth is still in Australia.
Perth is another fucking country. It might as well be. It's the largest state in the world, and there's like 8 people that live there.
Yeah, but it could fit in Texas.
Yeah,
Oh,
5
dude.
times.
My shoulder is so fucked. It was fine, and then I had to bend down and check something behind my computer tower, and now it's just all janked up again. I hate it.
Do you have a bad shoulder, like a vagina thing, or what happened?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was carrying my son around one day, and the next day I was in so much pain that I wanted to cut
Wow, blaming your kid like that. That's crazy.
That's the best
Hold
part
on,
about
it
having
was
kids.
deserving.
Yeah. Just blame shit on them. If it weren't for you, I'd be healthy and happy. Yeah, that's just what I say.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
No, that is it.
And then he says, yeah, never mind. I'm not going to say it. Nope, never mind.
Yeah,
Don't tell your mom.
Wasn't for you, I'd have a job still.
Wow.
No, it was more like if it was, in the kid's response, if it wasn't for me, you'd still be lying on that floor.
Oh.
Been there. Not on his floor specifically, but
so it's funny you say that because my favorite quote from favorite movie quote from Full Metal Jacket is it looks like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as the brown stain on the mattress. I think it's a highly underrated quote, and it's just so it's the best insult.
I mean, it's also completely illogical. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, in the best way, though, I guess.
wait, he's talking about the placenta, right?
No. If it weren't for you, I'd still have a job as something you tell your wife, not your kid. I wouldn't tell that to my wife. Yeah, she would not be happy about that.
Yeah, you want to keep that in your back pocket until it's really meaningful.
Right.
Or another one, if you want to tell your wife, this is the thing that works every single time. Just say, wow, you are just like your mother.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah, I saw the nod from Rake and he went, yep, that works.
I mean, really, all you have to do is wait until they have a dream about you, and another woman.
Yeah, you got to apologize for that.
Wait, what's up? The placenta.
Said a placenta doesn't come out of your ass. The visual on that.
No, it ran down the crack. He said the best part of you ran down your mother's crack. So yeah, the placenta when it slipped out, dude. By the way, I can always tell when there's new people that have never seen me on the stream when they're like, the placenta, brother, come on. This is why my channel will never succeed.
I might dump all the paranormal.
This is the reason why you're either gonna have less than 1,000 or 20 million. There's no in between.
Dude, give me all the paranormal shit. I love it.
Oh, me too, man. Are you kidding? I'm all about I don't fuck with ghosts, but
I need it now because I'm
you're Black Jason. It's the safest option.
I need the content because your boy got laid off. So We need some we need some filler here. Bring it.
You could do what Jesse does and just stream for like 13 hours a day and then pass out and stream. That works.
Yeah, can't wait. No.
So this is the way you. Yeah, I can't wait.
No, I used to do that, but fuck, no, I can't do that anymore.
Well, so I'm gonna throw something in the group chat that if you want to bring up, it's related. Wait.
Oh, I saw too that you have to get going. I feel really bad.
Yeah, that was like 25 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm fine. I'm starting to get a second wind or whatever. I'm good. I can keep going.
Could do reactions to vids. I'll probably be Asmongold 2.0 for sure. I got the same.
I don't want to be a dick, but does this mean that you're not going to be doing conversations anymore? Because you used to do that on your way to work.
Oh, damn. I can answer for him. Yes, he's going to, those the wheels you can buy to play racing games. He's just gonna have one of those and
Oh yeah, set it up next to like a window in your house.
Yep.
Yeah. That works.
Wait, what? I'm gonna do reaction videos. Soul Assassin's right.
Yeah, dude, if you ever want a MADfap, man, I'm always down for a good MADfapping.
I think you should also just like if you can somehow record those TikTok live streams, just where you're chatting with people, just record those and post those.
Yeah, just name it bearded caveman yells at a miner and then just put it as a short.
No, I think in order to join those you have to be 18, so it'll be okay. Cat, get the fuck out
I didn't say tell the truth in your things. I just said this is what you need to do.
Right. That's true.
Oh, by the way,
I have AIs. I have robots fighting people on my thing, and I clearly say it's AI, and people still think it's real. They'll watch anything.
real quick about Asmongold. I have been fighting with Literature Devil's chat on the morning streams because we watched this video of his and he was supposed to be reacting to this video, and I swear to Christ, most of it was just him just kind of nibbling on his fingers. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh yeah.
Have you seen the way he cooks a steak?
Is it well done?
No, that was the first thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. He'll put a minute steak on for 10 minutes and then forget to turn it and then turn it for another 10 minutes.
Oh Jesus. New Asmongold, does that mean you're gonna just say the dumbest shit imaginable but say it really calmly? Yeah, I guess. That works, right?
Asmongold is the smart guy because he's just like, well, I kind of look and sound similar to Moist Critical, and people get us mixed up. So I'm just going to keep playing on that.
Yeah.
And that's how he's made his career.
Get your cam and internet issue resolved first. Okay, I'll do that. Brahma, your timing's just like horrible.
Don't worry, I'm here.
What's up?
Oh shit! I was about to text you.
You were trying to close out, weren't you?
No.
Well, Mad was.
Anyway, you can see me every Wednesday on.
Someone got a 15-minute outro they can do. Jesse hasn't been here in a couple of weeks, so
that's
we missed
weird.
that.
Brahma's like me, and I'm like Brahma in this scenario. I usually just turn up right at the end.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna. I might do some reaction stuff, but yeah. I gotta figure out the.
With you.
I gotta do. I do have to run a long cable, so I don't have to keep having my internet drop.
Oh, you may have missed that, Brahma. I solved the issue. I told him just when you're done with the PC, unplug it, roll it up until the next time you need to use it.
Yeah. Why didn't the rest of us think of that?
Well, there's only one Mad.
It's hard to roll up a PC. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The cable, the Ethernet. You knew this.
Yes.
Oh well, that makes way more sense.
I thought you were talking about the PC also.
Weasel, yes, very possibly some gaming ones because I have a couple of games that are like single player that I want to get through, and so I'll probably do those. Those are easy enough.
You can join us on a full Aussie gaming, or as we like to call it, we're fagging. That'd be great. Now that you got time.
Asmon also has the naked mole rat. Oh yeah, he does. It's an epidemic with people who look like they're releasing that that looked like that releasing crap online. I heard that the reason his like mouth looks like that is because like most of his teeth are fake, and like he doesn't have like some of his.
Because he cooks his steaks for fucking 30 minutes. That's why. When you're chewing leather, you're gonna have fucked up teeth.
Oh man.
That's what I've heard. Oh, by the way, RIP Wisecrack. I don't know if you guys heard. But
Who's that?
Wisecrack? Oh, they're shutting down, unfortunately.
What is it?
Wait,
Is it a
you know
YouTube channel?
Wisecrack. Yeah, you've covered their videos before.
Explain.
I've covered a lot of things before.
Yeah, Wisecrack is this YouTube channel that was very left-leaning. Like, just for instance, on my possible MadFap videos, some of the videos I have from them, let's see, why the Democrats abandoned DEI. I failed a right-wing philosophy class. I mean, he just has like, it's all anti-capitalism, blah, blah, blah. So, but they're done.
Yeah, you made me cover.
They
the
were
philosophy
$6 million.
class.
Yeah. Oh, they did the and boom, you're a Nazi. That video where like if you play as Nazis in video games, it could lead you to becoming a Nazi. That's not ringing a bell for you guys.
Nope.
I think you've shown it to me.
Didn't know you couldn't play as anything else.
Robust. I did see that they had an update.
Yeah, they just started season 2. I got it today.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a much more casual ARPG, which makes it a bit more fun. There's a lot more loot to drop. Like, actually, I'm playing a paladin or whatever that thing is called, and like in the first like 10 feet of the game, a legendary weapon dropped, and like I just one shot everything right now. So it's fun.
I haven't had it that lucky, but I haven't died yet in that game.
Yeah,
And
if you die
a
in
couple
the
chapters in.
Yeah.
I also use cheats in the game too, Shags.
Do you?
Grant's a dirty cheater.
Dirty, filthy cheetah. Yeah, Paladin's fun. I like Paladin. I was thinking about if I stick with it and do more this season, I might do a druid too. I saw a build for like a bleed druid, which looked fun. So I don't know. Yeah, there's lots of cool games out there. I'm big into ARPGs right now, but I'm putting PoE 2 down for a bit because I want there to be more in the end game, and I want a little bit more balance to happen. It seems like their economy is a little bit off at the moment, and
The reset kind of jacked things.
yeah. It just needs a little time. That game will take more than a year probably to fully release, which is fine with me. I'm not in any rush for it to release. They can take their time. There's plenty
I've
to
gotten
do.
plenty of joy out of it.
Oh yeah.
The first season even.
Yep.
And second season, I'm already at something like level 78 or 79. So
I bought into like, I think about the $140, pack or whatever. I've already like exceeded the like time played fun had like mark for myself. Like I've gotten way more out of it than I ever anticipated. So,
and then I got it and you quit.
Well, guilty as charged. Yes.
Yeah, it's like playing games with Mad.
You bought the game?
I have.
Hope he cut out.
And Shag's internet gone.
This is why he needs to be on camera, Mad. You're right, because now we don't know if he's trolling
We
us or
don't
what's
know
going
when
on.
he's dying.
Yeah.
Oh, I died that time.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you guys talk about Vegas at all?
Yeah, a
A
little
little
bit.
bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
Mad said he had the inside scoop from someone that he wasn't going to name.
What about Las Vegas? No, that was Dallas.
No, I don't know. I wasn't listening.
We got to meet Vex Electronica in Vegas, which was awesome. Vex is like one of the coolest humans I've ever met.
Yeah, she's
That
very
was
nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've
Very,
now
very-
met everybody in person on this panel except for Grant.
Yep. No, well, I haven't met Mad, obviously, and then Grant. Yeah. Never meet Grant.
Well, when you come out and do a show out here, you'll meet me.
Grant keeps saying he's going to come over here someday and then just never does. It's been 3 years of him saying that to me.
Yeah, I don't know if you realize this, but the Australian dollar is shit and America is expensive.
True
I
that.
do understand that.
And your boy with his tariffs hasn't made it any easier for us.
Yeah.
Boosh, enjoy Bioshock. That's a game I wish I could play again for the first time. It is that trilogy. The third one's not so good. I mean, it's good, but it's not as good as the first two.
I
Just
think
make
the
sure.
second one's the weakest, in all honesty.
Yeah, the third one, the DLC is really good.
Third one's great up until the very last act. The ending is dog shit.
Yeah, the ending is kind of a cop
yeah.
out thing. But the DLC for it was cool. It was a fun like iteration of the game, but the first two were really like where the game shined. So have fun with it. It's a good story. Would you kindly, please? Spoilers, Jesus. Well, I don't think I spoiled anything. Did I?
You don't spoil what
told
happened
them
to
about the
Jesus. Most people
resurrection?
haven't read the Bible.
Right.
We
I'm
went for the
mad. I
same
just
joke.
asked you not to. Really? Wow. They're still on the part where they think, man, that Judas, he's a great guy.
Well, a swell
now
fellow.
there is some apocryphal tales about that he was Jesus' like BFF, and he was the only one that would do what was needed to bring
They were
salvation.
found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Yeah, the Book of Judah.
Now you guys are starting to sound like sporking.
What?
What?
How? I even prefaced with it being apocryphal.
Mm-hmm. Just seems like something sporking would be into.
No, he would be like, it should be canonical.
Yes,
Hello,
he would say
everyone.
that.
How are you?
Hi. How
Hi.
are you? I had someone.
Did
Was
her
that the
internet
actual
go out?
kid or Grant doing a voice changer?
No, it's her, but she's pointing to it. She got a first tooth that's wobbly, so she's trying to show you on the
cool.
screen. So,
I was telling Mad before the show started, there was someone who left a comment on my like video that I was like sitting in the airport talking, and someone left a comment on the video that said, "What was the point of this? So stupid. When you only have 32 views, you don't have a show."
I was in that stream.
yeah, sorry
I
about
felt
that.
the same way. Especially after the refire of the stream.
Yeah, I canceled it the first time because some lady like literally sat down in the seat directly next to me, and I just thought, who the fuck does this? Like, go, like, there's a whole terminal here.
Like I said in the stream, women don't understand men's bathroom etiquette.
Oh, it's so bad.
If there's a whole row, you go to the furthest place away from the person that you can go to. You don't go sit right next to him or use the stall right next to him.
Or if you want a sneaky pee, you need to go at least 2 urinals away, and then you can tilt your head.
Yeah.
That's how Grant does it.
I was in a Chili's recently, and the urinals didn't even have a divider in them. Like, if I'm a big guy, I'm ish, I'm
Bragger.
6'1".
Oh, that's what you meant.
Like, if there was a person standing next to me, we'd be like touching knees. Like, that's how close these stalls were.
I mean, you could be 7 feet tall, and it won't matter at a urinal as far as people next to you. You know what I mean? Because you could weigh 100 pounds.
Huh?
I mean, I was just at the Avs
I'm
game. They don't have dividers between anything.
You said I'm a large guy, and then you use height rather than width.
Well,
I mean,
okay, I guess I assumed that. I mean, yeah, sorry. I assumed that being tall. So yeah, I'm a little wider than most people. I'm a bigger person.
Yeah. It's always uncomfortable when they don't like their foot tapped at the urinal. Like, great, there's another one.
Well, I gotta
you gotta
spread
do
my
it under the
legs.
door in the stalls. That's the best place to do that.
Matt's a Republican senator now.
I gotta spread my legs when I go, to the stall because my nuts are so big. You gotta unstick them. All right, is that?
They're not. Hold on.
You gotta spread
wait,
you
they
spread your
hang
legs a little.
they hang between your thighs. That's not how they're supposed to hang.
No.
No, you would always be squishing them. They should be like on top of your thighs.
Well, Matt, when you hit a certain age, the They start hanging a little bit lower.
Oh, I never said about how low they hang. It's about
that's
the
cap.
positioning in comparison to your thighs. They could hang at your knees, you know what I mean? But they still wouldn't be between your thighs because then you'd be squishing them all the time.
Well, as I sit
That's
down,
why old people are so cranky.
they're up.
Oh,
They're
that's why they swing when they go to sit down. They're shifting the nuts.
Yeah.
No, they should be in front of your thighs.
Mhm.
I think,
Except for when they swing between your thighs.
yeah, and I think you're overthinking it, man. It's just that's where they are, and I gotta, you gotta do the pinch. You gotta do the pinch and roll, and then kind of clear the way, and then but you gotta
Wait. Oh, sorry,
tripod
what was
it a
that
bit.
first part?
The pinch and roll.
Pinch and roll. He doesn't know about the pinch and roll either. What is
Of
going
course I do,
on?
bro. I pinch and roll all the time, right? It's like
You
right
stop, drop, and roll.
when you peel
fucked
peel
up.
the skin back. Is that what we were saying?
Yeah, we call it packing the lunch bag over here.
Grant and I for sure are circumcised. Oh, well, I know Brahma is as well.
Yes.
Is that not what we're talking about?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. No.
I think we were talking about balls.
Yeah.
not
I
foreskin.
thought he was talking about his foreskin.
No.
What?
Are you?
I don't know how.
the pitch
I've
and
never had a
roll?
foreskin. I don't know how they work. I thought when he said pinch and roll, that's how you move the foreskin out of the way so you can pee.
Paul's like, what the hell?
Yeah, I've
No.
got no I've got no knowledge in this either.
Yeah,
But you do have to take a wide stance at urinals nowadays.
I've
Because
thought
so many
about
people piss all over directly in front of the urinal. I don't understand that one.
I've thought about getting a neo
I've explained it to you. I was marking my territory. I apologize.
I've thought about getting a neo foreskin implant. You know what I mean? But it just doesn't seem reasonable price wise.
And I'm sure the girlfriend would love that.
It's called an after skin, not a foreskin.
A neo foreskin.
Yeah, like a neo vagina. You never heard that term?
No.
Foreskinoplasty.
Neo vagina is what they call their hole that they have now instead of a penis.
Their bonus hole.
I mean, if there's ever a time that we're not going to top that.
Oh man, that's been really fun this week, guys. Stay tuned next week.
I mean, you guys seem lively tonight.
I've done my best.
I'm tired today.
Well, I mean, Shag started off with, by the way, guys, I'm now, I don't have a job
Yeah.
and I'm going to be homeless soon.
I got
So,
fired
it's funny.
today.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't hear that part.
Yeah, I think we get chat more.
You and Chad.
Yeah, it's not surprising, but also in some weird way, it's a bit of breath. It's a kind of a breath of fresh air. Really relieves a bit of stress. I have
So they waited to tell you after you got back from your vacation?
Yep.
Lovely. Because you might not have spent that money if
Right.
you knew you were coming back to no job.
right. Well, and also
I had a boss do that once.
Basically, have like tomorrow. I'm going in tomorrow to do like some final
Exit interview.
not really like I guess like I have to like do a major updates on like all of like jobs where they are and bring these other guys up to speed.
I would just tell them, bitch, that's not my job anymore.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
What are they going to do? Fire you?
Right.
Are they
Well,
giving
that's
you
the thing.
severance? Did they give you 2 weeks notice?
No,
I know they don't have to, but if
they're not going to fight.
If they want anything in return from you, they should, be
It's
at least giving you a heads up, that kind of thing.
It's a layoff, so they're not fighting unemployment. Like I said, it's one of those things where it's like a needed downsizing, and they're like, this is where we're at. We're not going to fight unemployment, so you can,
So they're just not going to have superintendents now?
It's a needed downsize and you're not needed. That kind of
yeah,
sucks.
exactly. It really sucks, but like I said, there's some stuff that was just kind of unfortunate. They were as nice as they could be. They're like, he's like, I'll write a letter of recommendation for you. You have our references. Like, you are a good dude.
Sure,
Like,
but they really could have given you a heads up before
Of course.
took a vacation.
Of course. Yeah.
Like I went to bowl nationals one year, and I came back and there was a box on my desk in an office where there was only 2 of us working, and I was the one doing all the work.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
You should go and upper deck all the toilets. Yeah, wait, aren't you in a family business?
No,
this was before that.
Oh, you're talking
same business, same company, different agent.
Yeah, in the Brahma family, you have to earn your place in the legacy.
Yeah, that's why neither of my sisters are allowed in.
Exactly. Well, they can't. I mean, besides, they wouldn't work. They haven't earned the name yet.
They lost the name.
Well, yeah, I think we'll end up here. It's been a good show this week. But I have some preparing to do for the weeks to come, months to come, and we'll see how it goes. The job market's kind of weird, but I think I've always been good at securing jobs. So we'll. I'm
sure you'll land on your feet and then you film them.
Right.
Now's your chance to move to Vegas and start a podcasting studio.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to.
I mean, that wouldn't work. There's not a lot of Mormons there. He wouldn't fit in.
Mad, thanks for joining and broadcasting to your channel over there. I'm glad we got you up over 100 subs. What you got? 115 now,
115.
I believe.
Did it all on my own. Didn't have to piggyback off nobody.
You were at 86 last night.
Yes, I've
from the middle
today.
This was a good night for you.
Yeah, I did very well tonight. Thank you. Did I have to lie about my birthday at one point? Maybe a little.
Yeah, because we're nowhere near August.
Okay, sure. Just dox me then.
You just said you lied.
Hey, babe, make sure that you're hiding in the closet when the SWAT team gets here, because Brahma just doxed us.
Yes.
Dad, what do you got?
Haven't had
what do you got coming up?
Birthday streams for you.
What do I have coming up? Well, I am working on my first unironic video. It'll be different rather than me playing around with how I am delivering the criticism. It's just going to be a straightforward video about the death of cinema and how that came to be. So that should be happening here in a few days. Every Tuesday at 9:15 p.m. Central Time, 9:15. We do Metapap. Still looking up for a new name for it, but until then, it's like, when we basically, Lil Chad will read a story and we all just react to it like we would with a video or anything else. Last night was a banana story about a dude who committed espionage. It was like Snowden, but if Snowden was really into Falcons and also had a buddy that was a coke dealer, and then the KGB was involved, and it was a crazy story. It was a lot of fun.
Jumped a 10-foot chain link fence.
So just like Snowden then.
And changed his name to Jim Namecheck.
Yeah, right, yeah. Jim Namecheck, yeah. Anyway, it's a great story. That was the 13th episode of it. They're all worth a rewatch. Easy to listen to in the background as you're playing playing games or whatever. You don't have to be invested visually because it's going to be the audio. So that's there every Tuesday. And I'm going to do other things. But that's what I got on the docket.
Grant, what do you got coming
I'll be
up?
on with Kitay in the morning.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, last week Mad joined me for a FAP, so I'm going to be doing a FAP this weekend, Full Aussie Podcast. And I just finished filming our first fag session, which is filming Full Aussie Gaming. So I'll be doing that next week. So it should be fun.
Nice. Raiken, what do you got coming up, man?
Going to be playing a lot of Oblivion Remastered for the next couple days, and probably going to be trying some new stuff soon, just because I'm going to be off of work for a while myself because of my knee injury. So I can't go back to work until the doctor says, or until I'm 100%. So it's going to be a lot more streaming and maybe trying to do some other stuff.
Nice.
He is in a brace. We can confirm that.
Can confirm. Leg brace. Mm-hmm. Brahma, what do you got?
What is today? Wednesday?
Yes.
Friday, I'll be on an Ascendant Art. Saturday, Bourbon and Boarding. Playoffs are here. The Avs stunk tonight. Brian will be happy because we're playing his team. Then Sunday morning, the bullpen. Getting back to it after the week in Vegas.
Very nice. And yeah, starting next week, I will probably be upping my content game. So if you can, support the channel with a membership, super chat, whatever. We'll be doing some more TikTok debates, some more gaming, and some more just, I think, overall content. I have a couple of scripts written that I should probably just finish off and shoot. So now that I have the time in between looking for jobs, I will be doing that. So keep an eye on the channel. Keep an eye on what we're doing. If you can support, great. If not, just come in and join and hit the like button and watch, because that helps way more than anything. So thank you guys again for an awesome week here, panel. You've been great. Make sure you follow everyone who's on the panel. Their links are down in the description. These guys are working hard. Give them the support they deserve. We'll see you guys next week. Toodles.
Later.
I like to put stuff online.